the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. And we have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this.
And there's a
kit.
guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
It's a Heina Friday.
It's a Heina Friday.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Not a Heina that smokes that juice.
You suck and you're gutless.
I want to suck your blood.
It's a Heina Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere. But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean?
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
I woke up at 4:30 because I got to go to the bathroom, once. But
Only once per night?
Only once, yeah.
Hey, nice prostate.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Give me a freaking break.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
My girlfriend Jean went to Korea and had salmon sperm injected into her face.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That salmon sperm's going to make all the difference tonight, brother.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit Boy. It's a Heina Friday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heina Friday here in the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
And it's a Heina Friday.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
7:02 at 50 seconds. Good morning. It is a Heina Friday on the Sedano and Kap morning show. Well, it looks like you both made it to your destinations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't believe I'm actually here. Like, I actually did this all on my own. I was able to book an Airbnb, get to an Airbnb, figure out how to get into an Airbnb, and I'm up and alive, and I'm here in New Orleans.
How's the pipe? The internet pipe, that is.
Oh, internet pipe is strong. In fact, Mona, who is my Airbnb person who must own this place, she was so sweet. She was able to take pictures for me, show me she has Ethernet plugins, do speed tests for me. I'll tell you, George, this Mona, very accommodating here in New Orleans.
There you go. So if I need a place in New Orleans, I know I can go to Mona.
Yeah, what's that mic, though? It sounds a little thin, Kappy. Doesn't
This
sound
mic
like
sounds?
It's not as full as your usual Rode mic.
Well, you know what?
Why didn't you bring the RE20 that you stole from 1090?
Well, hold on a second. Not only did I steal it from 1090, but I also have so many of those mics that I've even given them out as gifts. George has one in his house.
Yeah.
George is using one of those mics from 1090 back in the day.
Yeah.
But I didn't bring that mic. No, I did not. I brought my podcasting mic, my Shure mic.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
You don't like it, huh?
Sounds very thin. Very
Really?
thin.
Doesn't sound processed, huh?
It's not full. You have a full big pipe.
You need a big full
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah. You do sound a little muffled.
A little thin, huh?
Yeah. It's all right.
All right.
Kappy, how much time did you spend in the Delta Lounge after I left?
Well, so my
for those that don't know, I don't know, you may have heard yesterday, I decided to go to the airport early and hang out with Kappy and get him into the Delta Lounge.
Very sweet of you.
And his flight kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and mine was on time. So at right around noon, I was going to board. So I texted him because you were gone for a little while, and then I eventually saw you on the way out because you were talking to the people at the front desk about your flight. And I was like, good luck, man. Safe travels. And I don't know how much longer you were there.
Well, let me first start off by saying this. And Jorge, you can cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme, because let me just tell you what happened yesterday, George.
Yeah.
You told me to park in P2A, right?
Well, I told you P2A or B, one of the P2 lots.
Right. So I got to LAX yesterday, and I was up around the departures, whereas down below are the arrivals.
Oh, yeah, you need to go in through the arrivals.
Okay. Well, so I go up the departure area, and I can't figure out how to get into parking lot 2A. Can't figure it out.
Right.
And you know, when you're at LAX, if you make a mistake and you need to go
you gotta
around,
go all the way around. Yeah.
Oh, bro, the traffic could be forever.
Yeah, but there's a cut through in the middle.
I know, but the point is, I'm looking around. Where the hell is the 2A? I can't figure it out. So I go around the departures once. I go around the departures twice.
Oh my
Finally, I decide, you know what? I got to go down to the arrivals. So now I go down to the arrivals. I see 2A, but it says like other airlines. And so I go past it. I see another 2A, and there's Delta. But there's no way to get in. So now I got to go around again. And then I finally get there, and I'm like, but this doesn't make any sense. The sign doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So I got to go around again.
I'm looking at our text exchange. I said park in 2A or 2B, easiest to get in and out for Delta.
Right. Well, it took me about 5 laps. 2 on the upstairs, 2 on the downstairs, and then finally on the 5th lap, I was able to complete it. And I got parked. I parked into 2A, okay? Now, when you park at an airport, this is my thing. You guys all tell me what you guys do. Do you take pictures as to where you've parked, or do you just get your stuff and go?
Because I remember where I park. I look at the little post that says whatever, 1G or whatever, and I remember it, and that's it. I mean, you could take a picture. That's
or you
smart.
could just say car service, so you don't have to worry about it. But
well, that would have been a smart move.
Or send a text to yourself.
Why didn't you just park at the station and Uber there?
Yeah, car service.
Drop a pin.
Take an Uber
That also
Black.
would have been a good idea.
You wouldn't have had to pay like as much, right? It's probably
It's actually cheaper if you Uber back and forth.
Well, I just decided, whatever, I'm parking, And,
and it's actually not. If you pay ahead of time, it's way cheaper than
I understand, but you're a normal human being.
Right. Right. And it took me 5 laps till I finally parked. Once I parked, then I took pictures from all angles of where I was parked.
How many angles did you need of your car?
Well, I mean, it's not just of my car, Bergie. It's like of all the places that are nearby. So, like, when I get there and I can't figure out where I'm parked. And then the worst part was this. I forgot something in my car. So I go back to my car, and when I get there, I realize that there's a number to the space that I'm parked in, which wouldn't that be the dead giveaway? Like, hey, I can't find my car, but I'm parked in like 3G space 189, like one of those deals. So now I have every picture of where my car is parked.
Yeah.
Because I was stressing because I was supposed to take off at noon. You guys let me leave the show yesterday at 9:30. Like you took the handcuffs off and you said, go, you're free. And I got a text when I got to the airport. My flight was delayed 70 minutes. Then it was delayed like another hour and a half. I was already contemplating getting on the 6 p.m. flight. But, George, we got into
that mic sounds bad.
Really?
Wow,
there was a big pop in there.
Wow.
Turn your gain down a little bit, Kappy.
Wow, that was bad. Let's not use a podcast mic when we're doing a real radio broadcast, please.
Well, I mean, I had limited amount of space as to what I could bring with me.
That's not my problem.
No, I realize it's not your problem. How come I don't have one of those nice, cool headsets like George has?
Because George bought it.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
George, you buy that?
No, I did not.
Oh, well, we bought it then.
It comes with the Comrex unit.
So George and I.
Right, it came with the Comrex unit that Greg gave me years ago.
Can I get one of those?
No,
I got
that budget's gone. That budget's
gone.
that budget out the window.
My Comrex unit is so big, dude. I mean, you should not have to travel with. I mean, it's
right. Your
massive.
thing is like 5 times the size of mine.
I know.
Well,
normally that's a good thing.
You're right. That actually, when you said that, I was like, you know what? That sounded pretty good. Mine's 5 times bigger than yours. Yeah.
Normally a good thing, but not when you're trying to pack it.
No.
Maybe I'll try to sneak a new Comrex in for you in this Australia budget.
Oh, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So we go ahead. I finally park after 5 laps around LAX. Okay.
Right.
I finally
Then I
park.
get a text when I'm pulling into LAX. Hey, are you here yet?
Yeah. Because
I wrote, I'm
So he
pulling
beat
into.
you there. He beat you there.
No, I was.
No,
Well,
he's
of
like
course
you,
he beat-
Sedano. You beat Kappy there.
Oh no, he was already there.
Yeah.
And then because I had to pack. I did the show obviously till 10, and then I had to pack. So I left my house around like 10:15, and then I get there, and I get this text from Kappy. It's just before 11, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to pull into the garage. It was. I will say this. It was more full than it normally is. Strangely enough, because usually the bottom floor on 2A, like because they have the EV stuff there, they were all full. So I had to go up to the 3rd floor. And then I went over to meet Kappy, and I text Kappy. I say, hey, I'll just meet you. I call him. I said, I'll meet you at TSA. And then I text him, I'll just meet you on the other side of TSA. TSA was very fast, was it not?
Mm-hmm. It was very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
very
that's
fast.
right. Mm-hmm.
And then I met Kappy, and then we walked into the lounge.
We went to the lounge. Now, the Delta Lounge at LAX, I haven't been to that Delta Lounge in many years.
Well, this is a different version. This is a new Delta. There used to be one in the Terminal 2, which was like upstairs. This is like the newer one that was built like 5-6 years ago.
Let me tell everybody who never uses any of these lounges at airports, because I never really use them, okay? When I was traveling back in the day and I was on the road a lot, I would use them more frequently. Never thought twice about them because I was always by myself. Let me tell everybody else, being in the Delta Lounge versus being in the outside Gen Pop of the airport, okay? All right?
Gen Pop?
Right. Listen to me.
Kappy's pipe just went down.
Mona, come on, check the pipe, Mona.
What's the deal? My pipe doesn't work?
You're good. You're good.
You cut out
Keep
for a
going.
second. Go ahead now.
Let me tell you something right now. You know how, like, people look at rich people and they go, how come they're rich? How come they always stay rich? And how come I'm not rich? And how come I can't get rich? It's because all the rich people are in the Delta Lounge eating food for free, drinking for free, in, like, first-class VIP accommodations. And those of us that are in the Gen Pop, we're outside buying Chick-fil-A for twice as much as it costs at a regular Chick-fil-A. That's the difference, is the people in the Delta Lounge, they got it figured out. Because let me tell you something. I had a spectacular lunch in the Delta Lounge.
What was the spread like in there?
Oh, a beautiful vegetarian
Well, I had
fried
some
rice.
carnitas tacos, actually, that were made for me. Yeah, it was nice.
There was a lady.
For you, wait a second.
No,
Yeah, they
literally.
make them.
Bergie.
Yeah.
They were custom making carnita tacos.
Yeah.
Okay, right there in
You
the
don't have
Delta
to
Lounge.
depluralize it there. You don't have to go singular. Still carnitas taco. You know what I mean?
You mean, like, did
He
I say
thinks
carnita?
it's
Yeah, he took the
multiple.
S off. He went
did.
carnita taco.
So they
it's a
made a
carnita taco.
A singular carnita taco.
Anyway,
Right.
go ahead.
So then I hit the food line, okay?
Yeah,
because
the
I
food
wasn't
line
really.
was good. What was that? Were those chicken wings?
There was like a blackened chicken dish that was delicious.
It looked
by
delicious.
the way.
Yeah.
But my stomach was upset yesterday because I got done with the torta yesterday, and I don't know. Listen, no offense to the torta jaina, to the salsita jaina. Let me tell you something. I don't know what the mystery meat was on the torta, but it didn't sit with the Hebrew brothers'
So
stomach.
let's pause here for a second because we want to make it clear because we do have a story today about your other Hebraic brother, Bergie, with his Hebrew stomach.
Yeah.
It isn't about the torta.
The Jewish stomach is a real thing, by the way.
It's the swine.
But I think it's the jalapeno that you guys are consuming at 9 a.m. when your system, you on an empty stomach, had tons of caffeine in it.
You don't
not
think it was
not a
you don't
great
think it was the
mix.
ham. You don't think it was that ham?
I don't
on
think
it?
you should be eating. So you shouldn't be eating a salted ham mixed with all that coffee that early and a jalapeno.
Yeah.
And you, again, everybody else was fine yesterday.
good.
But
Not
you
me.
and Bergie, by the way, Bergie, it happened during the show.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was definitely during
So
the
at one
show.
point, we were in the YouTube hour.
Yeah, no,
and
it was
I go,
Brian Windhorse was there.
yes. And I said, I need to say something to Bergie. And I looked back. He wasn't there. And I go, guys, where's Bergie? And Lindsay goes, he said he had to take care of something. And I go, oh, maybe it was like a business thing. So I go back to his office.
Business is one way to put it.
And the light is off in his office, like our offices have where you walk in every, and then the light will go off.
Turn on. And
right. So that means it's been at least 15 minutes since somebody was in his room. So I go, I know where Bergie is. So when he walked back in 20 minutes later, I go, so how was that? He goes, oh, it was a 4-flusher.
A 4-flusher?
Yeah. I don't know if it was because of what was in there or because of like just the toilet itself doesn't really flush all that well.
So let's say that was about 9:20.
Right.
At 10 o'clock, we have a meeting. And I put my headphones down. We finish the show. And Bergie goes, hey, just start without me. It's time for round 2. So then I wasn't in this meeting, but I walk by the meeting and I go back in the bathroom at 10:05. And the sounds I hear in the bathroom, and I know it's Bergie because he just said he was going in there. He's in the single stall, and it's just like,
I was trying not to make noise, like, but you have
It was
to.
amazing.
I try and like kind of push. So the noise, I was trying so hard not to. I couldn't breathe. It was rough.
Bergie had a rough morning.
Yeah.
I mean, those tortas went down so good, but I looked at
it was delicious.
I'm pretty much convinced it was the ham because I looked at the ham on the torta and I was like, this has bad news written all over it for me.
But I'm fine. It's
Jorge's fine. Lindsay's fine.
Like,
Stephanie ate one. She's fine.
I didn't eat one, though, actually, because I just,
she got scared.
I got
like,
scared
yeah,
off.
she did get scared.
The Hebrew stomach, as Kappy can attest to, is a real problem.
Yeah, it's an issue. It really is.
Yeah.
So
So
George
you had
and
this
I.
beautiful spread, right?
So I had this really healthy lunch, dude. It was like beautiful roasted vegetables, this really nice fried rice, this terrific chicken breast. I mean, it was a delicious, beautiful lunch, man. It was great. If I would have been out again, if I was in Gen Pop and I was able to go get that beautiful lunch, $85 in an airport. You understand what I'm saying? $85. And instead, I'm there in the Delta Lounge, and you don't pay for it. Now, let me ask you a quick question about the Delta Lounge.
Here we go. Here it begins.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get these yesterday.
All right, so here's my question.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, I go into the airport. I'm not a Delta Lounge member, right? But I am a Delta Sky Miles, whatever I am, and I don't have the status, let's say, because I'm not doing as much traveling. Can any person walk in and buy their way into the Delta Lounge?
So you have to have the only way you can do is you either have to have the status or you have to have a specific Amex. You either have to have, I believe you have to have either the Platinum Amex or you have to have the purple Amex that is the Delta branded Amex.
Yeah, but you got the purple Amex?
I don't have the purple one. I got the Platinum one. But let me ask
then
you
got to pay. You got to pay.
Okay.
It's $50 though.
All right. So if you have the card, you can pay to get in.
Yes, if they have space.
Okay. Because let me tell you something right now. It's worth every penny. In other words, if you had 3 hours to kill at the airport and you were going to go sit down and eat or you were going to go sit down at a bar and have a couple of drinks, I promise you this right now. The $50 you could pay to get into the Delta Lounge is going to save you a lot of money than if you just sat at a regular restaurant.
Well, and by the way, you have to be flying Delta. You can't just be flying any other airline.
Oh, that's another issue.
By the way, Kappy, I want to jump in simply for the people listening that are like, oh, maybe Kappy's making a point.
Yeah.
Sedano has a first-class ticket.
Right.
And he's the one who got you in. And
right,
if you have an Amex Platinum, you're paying for an Amex Platinum every year.
But because I have because I'm a Diamond Medallion, I also have the ability to bring in guests.
Right. So
but what I'm saying is you're making it seem, Kappy, like the money is going out some way.
Yes, right.
It didn't go out of your pocket, and it doesn't necessarily go out of Sedano's pocket.
Right.
Because it's part of the Sedano deal.
Yeah.
The Sedano clause.
Right.
But don't act like this is free.
Oh, no, it's free.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was. It was free. I didn't spend any money.
It was free for you, yes.
It was free for me yesterday. And then, by the way,
I do want to have a question. The medallion, diamond medallion, like
they call them medallions.
Membership.
There's
a nice
gold
membership.
medallion, silver medallion is the first one, gold.
But you get that because you travel so much,
platinum,
correct?
and then diamond. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there something
It's
higher
based
than
on
medallion?
how much money you spend. There's a threshold. Every so like I don't know. I'm making these numbers up. You start if you sign up for Delta, you start at silver, no matter what. Okay. And then let's say you spend $5,000 that year, then you go to gold. Then you spend like $10,000 or $15,000 or something like that. Then they get you to platinum, and then you got to spend like $30,000 to get to diamond.
Is there anything higher than the diamond medallion?
No. Well, there's something called Delta 360, but that is random. based on how much you spend, and it's also based on where you live, because there's only so many people they can give that to based on where you live, and LA's obviously so populated, and there's a lot of Delta members, like it becomes hard. But yes, there are different ones. There's one more beyond that, but that's like random.
I'm just checking mine now. You're a diamond medallion?
I am.
I'm a peasant. I'm a little.
You have a halfpenny?
I'm a little nothing gold medallion peasant. What a little loser I am. Oh God.
Hey, you're gold. At least you're not silver.
Well, wait a second. Hold on a second here. Maybe I am silver, but I've still got $4,400 to spend till I get to gold.
Yeah, you are silver then.
I am such a peasant. I'll tell you.
So anyway, I'm glad you had a nice time, Kappy.
Oh, it was great. So you left, right? You left.
Right. My flight was on time.
And it turns out. So here's now me. You ready? So my flight. They're like, hey, good news. Your flight is actually going to take off at like 3:00 rather than like 4:45. I mean, I thought I was delayed like 5 hours. So now I'm in the Delta Lounge, and don't you know, of course, I start meeting all these other Tulane parents, people that are all on their way down from L.A. down to Tulane because their kids go to school down here. So I had a lovely afternoon chatting with these folks, and then they tell us the flight's going to board. So I leave the Delta Lounge, George. I go to gate 21A. I actually was able to find the gate by myself, okay? I get to the gate, and I kind of do my move where I know I'm not in group 1 or 2, but I may be in group 3, so I get in with the people from group 2, and I'm thinking to myself, what's the guy going to say to me when I get up there to check in?
They will tell you if you're not in the right group, sir.
Well, in this case, it wasn't so much that I was in the wrong group. He would allow me to go with that. But he was like, dude, you got to check these bags in. You can't be bringing these bags on the plane. Come on, man. Like, there's not enough room in the overhead compartments.
You definitely had a lot of stuff. I was surprised they let you get through TSA that way.
Right. I was like, come on, man. Cut me a break. I got my radio equipment in here. So they took one of my bags and checked it in, and took the other bag and they let me carry
check it for you. They give it to you. Did they give it to you at the jetway, or did you have to actually go?
I had to actually go to the baggage claim. Yeah, I had to go to the baggage claim. So, but all in all, for somebody like me, you got to understand, this is a big win for a guy like me. I was able to book my own flight. That's a big win for a kid like me. I'm telling you right now. I was able to book the parking. It took me 5 laps around LAX, but I actually was able to park. And
Kappy Lappies.
I did multiple Kappy Lappies. And I had like the QR code on my phone that got me in. Like, this was all working. I got into the airport. I met up with George. I went to the Delta Lounge. I used their bathroom. I ate their food. I met nice people. I made it to the gate. I was able to get on the plane. I landed. I used Uber. I got to an Airbnb that I booked on my own, and I've even got an Airbnb that is now my own mobile radio station. I can't believe it all actually worked. I mean, it wasn't so easy, but it worked.
It's not that hard to book a flight. Like, my 72-year-old dad can book a flight. Then I think that you should be able to do it, Cap. It's not that hard.
But you're the same person that is helping me book Disneyland. I can't even book Disneyland.
That is kind of confusing, though.
Oh, all right. You'll give me that one. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that.
Unfortunately, you packed that mic. But otherwise, you did great.
Hey, thanks, man.
I'm very proud of you, Kappy.
Thank you.
And I didn't get a message that my Delta Lounge was revoked.
But you know what, George? Last thing is this. So when I go to where we're gonna take off, I figure, well, wait a second, we're gonna get delayed again. Now, if I'm delayed again, how am I getting back into the Delta Lounge?
Oh yeah, you were screwed at that point.
I was gonna walk in. I was like, no, like my hand is stamped, and I'm like, I don't have anything to prove that I was already in here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we took off. So here we go.
Well,
it's Friday.
I'm glad you made it, Kappy.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm glad you got the free food.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you. Thanks for having me as your guest.
7:23 on a high enough Friday. Football fans, join Travis Rogers, Sue Cravens, and me this Sunday for the Rams postgame show live at Hollywood Park Casino. Score sign memorabilia. Grab tickets to future ESPN LA events and keep the party going in LA's hottest card room. That's Hollywood Park Casino. Going to be a party, oh party. 3883 West Century Boulevard in Inglewood. Sunday after the game. Must be 21 or older. Hollywood Park Casino, where LA comes to party and play 24/7. I think we'll talk Rams Seahawks today. Plus the Lakers, USC, Iowa. Oh, and one more thing. You know the one more thing, right? You know it.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Smile, mongrels. It's a High Up Friday. And the Sedano Kap Morning Show on a Friday. A rainy, wet Friday. Be careful out there. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, we'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Officer? Can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
I'm pretty easy to shop for. If it's in Morongo, I'm good to go. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Shop till you drop. You can use your rewards points to shop top brands in our ballroom Black Friday. Noon to 10 p.m. the 28th.
Number 2.
There's over $1 million in progressive jackpots at slots and table games.
And the number 1 reason.
Bret Michaels Rock the World Tour. November 21st. Only at Morongo.
Morongo. Good times.
Buenos dias.
I know you're listening to me wearing glasses or contacts. You're either nearsighted, farsighted, have astigmatism, or you're just over 45 and have to wear reading glasses. This is Dr. Cerruti, and I promise you, I can help you with any of these issues. No anesthesia, no pain, no downtime. And if you qualify, I'll even guarantee you with 20/20 or better vision or give your money back. I've never had to after 60,000 cases. Call us today at 310-474-2010. 310-474-2010.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a Jaina Friday. This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers. What do you mean, Jainas? What's wrong with you guys? This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Good morning, Scott.
7:27, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Jaina Friday, yo. Celebrate appropriately, please. On this day in 1991, Michael Jackson's Black or White video was first aired on the Fox network, Jack. Magic was in this video, right?
Oh, was it this one?
Or was it the other one?
He's in Remember the Time.
Remember the Time.
Yeah, the one where they're like in Egypt.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah. All right. Everybody calm down. By the way, speaking of things not being figured out, we know Kappy has a hard time figuring things out. Producer Lindsay this morning can't figure out the coffee machine. Is it in the studio?
Coffee. Wait, you guys are going to love this.
No, I wanted to keep going with what I had.
Go ahead.
You know it'll annoy her, and then she'll yell at us for the next 3 hours.
What's that?
Her not being able to figure out the coffee machine. Now she's coming in with coffee, but she hasn't been able to figure out the coffee machine.
Took her about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. All right, Kappy, go ahead while we wait for Lindsay to yell at us.
There's a coffee machine here in my Airbnb. I've been trying to figure out how to use it, but now look, I've got some espresso.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at this cute little cup I've got here on YouTube. Look how cute it is. I'm sipping espresso in my little Airbnb.
Did you put your pinky out? You got to put your pinky out.
Ooh, there it is.
You
Hey,
probably
George?
didn't get a welcome gift like Sedano did at his hotel.
No welcome gift in this hotel.
Oh, don't you hate when they don't give you one?
Do we have a current affair theme? The thing? Because I want to go to the update desk. Let us go to our coffee machine update desk and producer Lindsay Baseball for the latest. What's going on? What happened?
Well, thanks to Steffa, who knows how to fix everything around here.
Mm-hmm.
It's fixed.
Place would fall apart without her.
That's what I just told her. I said, what would I do without you?
Place would
But it
fall
worked
apart.
for Bergie and I this morning. We were able to
Well,
move the sensor and Jorge.
No, I get
Jorge,
cappuccinos.
you move the sensor, right?
all the time.
You guys just get plain coffee. I get cappuccinos.
No, I don't. I put espresso in it.
Well,
I get vanilla lattes.
Yeah,
I get
so
choco
the
coffee.
lattes and the cappuccinos weren't working.
I think it sounds like it's user error, not coffee machine error.
Steffa was in there over there fixing it. That's what I was waiting for.
Why are you sighing, Sedano?
I mean, are we going to talk sports at all today?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
it's
definitely
only been
not.
30 minutes since we
No.
started the show.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
Before
let me
we
read
ta-
the headline here. George
All
is
right.
in Atlanta for CFB game. He's calling
No,
on
I
Saturday.
don't care about that. I mean, we've got football, like a whole weekend of
Football.
football to talk about. Like, we got one coach making a joke about J.J. Redick. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk
Yeah,
about.
do we have that audio?
Shot.
Do we have the audio? I think we've loaded it yet.
All right. Well, hey, real quick update, George. I want you to know that I've received a text this morning from my girlfriend, Rachel, who wrote to me, dude, you do have Delta Lounge access. That's why you have the same credit card that I have.
Oh.
Right. And then she sent me her status. She's like you. She's Diamond Medallion. Whereas me, I'm a peasant. I'm a silver medallion trying to get to gold medallion. I'm a
Right, but if you have the
peasant.
card, you're good.
Yeah, so if
That's
you're
what I said.
Diamond Medallion through her now you're in the Delta Lounge.
Right. I'm in that Delta Lounge. George, in fact, next time, you're my guest.
Okay, sounds good.
That's
All right?
good.
You are my guest next time. You eat my free food.
While we load that audio, because I think we should play it here in just a moment. Now, did you tell Rachel I'm coming to Disneyland with your family the day after Thanksgiving?
I did not tell her that. I did not do that because
She
I'm
just heard it,
hoping that's not
She
going to
just
happen.
heard, no, it's come. I'm going to buy tickets. I told Stephanie already we're doing it for the bit, but also we're going to Disneyland the day after Thanksgiving.
You're doing it for the bit, huh?
Yes.
No, you cannot.
No,
I will be in
can't wait.
California Adventure.
I'm
I will
coming.
be across the park.
Oh, I can't wait.
No, I'm going to be like texting you going, hey, where are you? And you're going to be like, I'm at it's a small world. I'm like, okay, I'm coming right now. But I'm really going to be over in California Adventure.
That
He's
week,
gonna be at Cars.
That week when I see you, I'm going to put an air tag on you, and you won't even know. And then I'll just follow you.
You better share your locations with me.
Kappy, what are you most interested in this weekend?
I'm so glad you asked me that because I could fake this right now for you, okay? I could fake it for you and tell you that Rams Seahawks is my number one thing that is on my mind this weekend, but it's not.
But it's got to be near the top. Is it
It's
not
number
at the-
two. It is
Okay.
number two because I have to get through Saturday before I can focus on Sunday.
So
I'm at a-
USC Iowa.
Not USC
Oh.
Iowa.
Oh,
I'm not
Pitt,
faking
Notre
that.
Dame.
Pitt Notre Dame.
Yeah.
My entire timeline on Twitter is filled with Pitt Notre Dame. And it's Aaron Donald getting his number 97 jersey retired. It's Tony Dorsett 50 years later, the 300-yard rushing game he had over Notre Dame. It's all my memories of playing against Notre Dame. Pitt Notre Dame, I'm so excited for this game. The fact that College Game Day is going to be there. They're turning it into a big Pat McAfee homecoming. I'd prefer everybody focus on the game and not on Pat. But nonetheless, Pitt Notre Dame, the fact, George, that when you lose 2 games early in the season and you lose to West Virginia, a game you should have won, and you lose to Louisville, a game you should have won, and now you start a freshman quarterback who was unheralded coming out of high school, and only one Division I, like Power 5 kind of team wanted this kid, and now he finds himself starting as an 18-year-old freshman. And they're doing everything they can to make sure this kid doesn't leave and go take NIL money from some big-time, power school that's got all the money. They're getting him dealership, like car dealership endorsements, etc. The only thing that right now is on my mind is Pitt Notre Dame. After that will become USC Iowa. Then it'll be the game that I'm actually going to be at, which is Florida Atlantic versus Tulane, a game that I came down here to go visit.
By the
my
way,
daughter.
Tulane is still in the mix for a CFP bid.
Well, it was a good win last week they had against Memphis. And then once I get through college football, once I get through Pitt Notre Dame, once I get through USC Iowa, then on Sunday I can focus on Rams and Seahawks. How about for you?
Now,
what is
where
top
are you,
of mind?
Where will you be Sunday?
Sunday
Are you
I'm going to
flying
stay.
back?
I'm going to stay here in New Orleans for the day with my daughter. Then I'm going to get on a late night flight here in New Orleans to LA, and I will see all of you guys Monday morning back in studio. But I will be watching the Rams and the Seahawks from here.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, for me, it's SC Iowa. Like, I want to see what SC is made of in a situation like this where it's going to rain. Is it raining yet, Chris, this morning?
Well, it's drizzling heavily on my walk over an hour and a half ago, but it's all wet. Everything's wet on the street.
Right.
It's a wet Hind Up Friday.
Yeah, because, listen, Jaden Mayava has been really good this season for USC.
Yep.
I would say that if I were ranking quarterbacks in college football this year, he's easily in my top 10. Hell, he may be close enough to the top 5, to be honest with you. He has performed fantastic. The one advantage that they have with him in a game like this is he's really deadly with his legs, too. So I actually think USC should win this game because I think he's going to be key, not just in the passing game, but what he can create, what time he can buy potentially with his legs, and what he could actually do with his legs in regards to churning yardage and picking up first downs. And look, we know that King Miller has run the ball well. This is not going to be an easy game. They can't turn the ball over. They cannot turn the ball over. In college football, Kappy, you always hear the cliches, right? Oh, don't turn the ball over, play well in the red zone, et cetera, et cetera. All those things are accurate. They're cliches for a reason. If you just take turnovers this year, whoever wins the turnover battle this year in college football has won 77% of the games.
Yeah, that's the number. Yeah.
If you take turnovers and explosives, so passing plays of over 20 yards and run plays of 10 yards or more, okay? If you add explosives and turnovers and you win both those battles, you win the game at nearly 95% of the games, okay?
Well, the number 77% turnovers, I mean, that was always the number that, the guy who I learned the most football from in my life, Marty Schottenheimer, would always say it's very simple. The team that wins the turnover battle wins the game. George, you said 77? 80% of the time. That was Marty's line. 80% of the time. You win the turnover battle, you win the game 80% of the time.
Yeah, so this year in college football, I had Sig run the numbers while I was doing NBA Today. I had one of our
Sig alert.
Very nice.
Our research,
we need Cutler to cut that. Let me write that down. Sig alert.
One of our research guys on NBA Today pulled it up for me, and I just asked him, and he's like, yeah, 77%.
Let me tell you, USC is a 6.5-point favorite in the game. And I'll tell you, George, early in the season when we were having this conversation about SC, it was like, okay, the first big test of the year was going to be Illinois. Remember that conversation? Right. Because they got off to, a bunch of games that were really not meaningful, and they didn't really pose a big threat.
Yeah.
The first big test of the season was going to be Illinois, and they failed that test. But I will just say this. It was on the road, and it was really their first big game of the season, and it was a close game.
Yeah.
Winnable, yes, but okay, fine. Your conference game on the road. Illinois was, at that time, I want to say they were maybe top 15-ish.
No, they were a top 15, 20 team. Yeah, for sure.
So they lost that game, okay? They've gone on to have some really significant wins. I will grant you Michigan may not be national championship, Jim Harbaugh cheating Michigan
still
teams,
good.
Okay? But they're still a quality team.
Well, I thank the Lord. Well, I thank Coach Harbaugh.
And I will tell you that Notre Dame ran over USC, and we all saw what happened.
Right, Jeremiah Love and the other kid just destroyed them, yes.
Right. So they failed that test. And again, another game that was on the road. USC has since beaten Nebraska, which they didn't crush Nebraska, but Nebraska's good. They're not great, but they're solid.
Right.
They beat Northwestern, and they beat Northwestern very easily.
Correct.
Okay. This game is at home. Iowa's good. They're not great. No one's talking about Iowa for the playoff. No one's thinking that they're a national championship contender.
Well, but they are in the mix. I think they're in the top. Are they still 20th?
They're number 21 in the rankings
21.
right now. Yeah. All I'm getting at is this. USC is home.
Yeah.
They've built some confidence over the last couple of weeks with wins against Nebraska and Northwestern.
Right.
They've already seen the best team that they're going to play other than Oregon upcoming. They saw Notre Dame, and they know what they were against Notre Dame. I'm just here to tell you this. USC wins the game, and USC covers the 6.5.
I think it's possible. Yeah.
Fight
USC will win this game handily. Oh, they're coming for me. Oh, my God. They found out I was here.
Illegally in the Delta Lounge.
Right. They found out that I snuck my way into the Delta Lounge, and I ate everybody's food at the Delta Lounge. Right. I didn't have my hand stamp to get back in.
Yeah.
All right. They've gone on their way. I'm good.
I'm with you, Kappy. I think they should win this game. I don't want to say comfortably because a one-score game is not comfortably, but they should win between like 7 and 10 points, I think.
And look, here for me, and I'm sure all SC fans who are tuning in this morning, can we all agree? Like, this is one of those games where you got to kind of hold your breath because you know that on the other side of this game is the big one, right? I mean, the big game of the season is Oregon. But if you don't win this game, the Oregon game doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, your chances of making the playoffs are done if you do not win this game against Iowa. If you do win this game against Iowa, the setup is the Super Bowl next week against Oregon.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? What happened?
99% of the money is on USC.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Listen, Sedano, earlier in the week, you said it was going to be a rock fight. I used that verbiage on that Iowa podcast.
It still could be a rock. Yeah, but 99% of the money is on USC is not a good thing for USC.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember the last time I said that all the money was on USC, they did not cover.
That was against Illinois, as I recall.
And with the weather tomorrow, a wet Coliseum field, I think it's going to be a nightmare, honestly.
And Chris, I just want to point out a point of information I think is important for you. The rock fight that Sedano referred to was the Oregon-Iowa game from a week ago.
I still stole it, and people were like, oh, man, this guy knows his stuff.
Right, when you use phrases like rock fight, people are like, oh, gosh.
Yeah,
man, wow,
he's good, man.
Really understands.
But who fights with rocks, though, you know?
I don't know.
Iowa, well, kids did back in the day. Iowa, kids when they were outside.
Yes, all that. Yeah, come on.
Go home crying. What happened? Tommy threw a rock and hit me in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That used to be a common thing. But I mean, I guess that shows how old we are, right? We used to throw rocks at each other. But nonetheless.
That's when kids were kids and kids were men, and they could handle it, throwing rocks at each other.
A rock at your head, yeah.
Right.
But what I would say is this, is just the rock fight, back to that. The rock fight adage, Chris, was about that, but it's really Iowa every week is in a rock fight.
I'm going to get the big voice guy to cut that, too. It's a rock fight. By the way, how have we not made this joke since Iowa is the Hawkeyes?
Yeah.
Hawk to and spit on that thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, that's true. We did miss that one.
Spit on that thing. Oh, yeah.
So we got
anyway,
that JJ audio.
I think we can get to that in the next segment.
Okay.
Yeah. Because so there was another coach who made a joke about JJ. And it's gotten all over the internet, and I would imagine it doesn't sit well with a lot of people.
You got to say beautiful after that. Go beautiful, man.
It's him sipping his little cup.
Oh, that's a beautiful espresso. It's a Dewey espresso. It's beautiful.
A good Dewey espresso, por favor.
Oh, it's a beautiful Dewey espresso.
Oh, yeah. Now I want to sip.
No espresso for you, George?
No, I'm good.
Oh, man. This is going to get me fired up.
Beautiful, man.
There's double audio.
Yeah, there's double audio. Beautiful. Man, what is this, Tulsa?
What is going on this morning?
It's a Heine Friday, Jack.
Hey, I love your hat today, Morales. That looks good.
My Felix Chevrolet beanie.
I love the beanie. Yeah, beanie looks good.
That's the Felix the cat drop.
I like the beanie.
When we come back, we will hear that audio. Will JJ be upset? Will it be a rock fight between JJ and this other coach? Are the streets wet on a Heine Friday? All of that and so much more. Plus, I got a liner to read. Hold on. Your USC Trojans are back at the Coliseum as they take on the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk to and spit on that thing.
Tomorrow's game is presented by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, a proud sponsor and the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Coverage begins at 10:30 a.m. with the Trojan Tailgate Show on 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app. We'll see you tomorrow at the Coliseum.
Fight on!
Yeah, exactly. Fight on. And bring your rain gear, sucker. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Heine Friday. We are back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Abner Gatt, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Abner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers and you win either way. For complete details, visit oceansubaruoc.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
Celebrate back-to-back championships with Amor Salsita's homemade authentic salsa. The bold taste of tradition. Let's keep the party going this Friday at Legends Attic in Claremont as ESPN LA broadcasts live from 12 to 3 p.m. featuring an autograph signing with World Series hero Miguel Rojas. Come taste the flavors: smoky tomato, tangy tomatillo, roasted hatch avocado salsa, and mango habanero. Find Amor Salsita at Vaughn's, Albertsons, and Pavilion. Visit AmorSalsita.com. Amor Salsita, a proud partner of the ESPN LA broadcast from Legends Attic with Miguel Rojas.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
There's one thing that I'm truly thankful for this year, and that's my Life Source water system. We know LA City water is lousy, filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why I made the switch to Life Source water. It's not just better, it's essential. For a limited time, Life Source water will pay your sales tax. Call 800-WATER-99 now or visit lifesourcewater.com to save up to $1,000 during their no sales tax special. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Purple and gold fans, nothing beats the thrill of catching the Lake Show live. Every bounce, every bucket, every moment is amplified when you witness it with your own eyes. Snag your tickets now, even if it's last minute, at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Los Angeles Lakers. Find your seats this season at Lakers.com/ticket exchange. That's Lakers.com/ticket exchange. Hope to see you there. Let's go, Lake Show.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
7:47, good morning. Be careful out there on a high enough Friday, a wet high enough Friday. On this day in 1998, the number one hit, Lauryn Hill, doo-wop that thing, Kappy.
Yeah. You know you better. Oh, you know you better. That thing.
Today is also National American Teddy Bear Day. Where's my chocolate bear? Bergie, can you give me the chocolate bear real quick? From our friends at Black Bear Diner. Because that's an American teddy bear. The chocolate bear. Let me hold this up with this honey jar. The chocolate bear, Jack. I love the chocolate bear. Meanwhile, Shinana, go ahead.
Meanwhile, what?
Oh, we've got that sound.
Oh, okay.
From the Zach Lowe podcast. And somebody taking shots at JJ.
So what happened was JJ went to... Zach went to Minneapolis and did a live podcast. And Chris Finch, who I like a lot. Chris, great. He's very open and honest. Easy coach to deal with. And doesn't hold back. Like, if you listen to his press conferences, even will call out his players, right? Like, he's good coach. You know, he's gotten his team to the conference finals 2 years in a row. And, you know, he's what I would say a very fun, jovial guy, right? Like, he is very easy to talk to, is what I would say. Like, and he'll crack some jokes. So apparently he cracked a joke at JJ and the Lakers' expense, and the internet has not reacted well, is what I would say to this.
Why is that?
Well, just I don't know. I haven't heard it. I've only seen the caption. But let's listen to Zach Lowe on the Zach Lowe podcast with his guest, Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch.
My wife was worried about me. She's like, "You're such a workaholic. What are you going to do?" And I was like, watch how amazing I am at doing nothing. It was great.
I mean, I bet you 3/4 of these people are going to go home and do a podcast tonight, you know?
You're going with the anti-media tropes right out of the gate.
I mean, it'll qualify you to coach the Lakers, you know?
That was awesome.
So what happened was Zach was talking about, if I had to guess, he's talking about when he was laid off from ESPN and how he was sitting there doing nothing because he's a workaholic, and his wife was making that comment of like, oh, you won't know how to do nothing. And he's like, watch me. And then that's where the rest of that conversation went.
That was awesome. I definitely did not think that it was mean-spirited per se.
Agreed.
It was said with a giggle and a smile.
And a wink.
However, it also was it's based in truth. And I don't mean my truth or your truth. I mean his truth. You know,
and I don't want to speak for Chris Finch.
Oh, I don't mind speaking for him.
Okay, but I don't. So I don't want to speak for Chris Finch. But what I would tell you is, this was a topic of conversation when JJ got the job, if you recall correctly, on a lot of talk shows, which is, he skipped the line, right? Remember that conversation?
Yeah, that's right.
That there were a lot of guys that, like Chris Finch was an assistant for a long time and then got his opportunity to be a head coach and has done a good job, right? Like, so I think while that kind of subsided after last season, after the initial conversations early in the year, I would imagine there's still some semblance, and I don't know if that's the case with Chris or he's just making a joke, which it could be just that.
Yeah,
but I would imagine there are people that still have that underlying feeling.
Of course. I mean, listen, first of all, you tell me, did I miss Chris Finch's career in the NBA as a player?
He did not play in the NBA, no.
Okay, so first and foremost, the difference between a guy like Chris Finch and a guy like J.J. Redick is J.J. Redick got a master's degree in basketball at Duke. And Professor Krzyzewski made sure that he left that university with that degree. And then with all of your years as a player in the NBA and being around different players, different coaches, different organizations, it doesn't necessarily qualify you to become a head coach in the way that somebody else who worked in the film room and then worked as an assistant and then elevated up to another role in the coaching staff and then finally got himself the head coaching job. Okay, some guys, unfortunately for them, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, some guys got to go through the process.
Just so you know, Chris Finch did not play in the NBA. To our point earlier, he was a small college guy who played overseas in his playing career for 4 or 5 years or whatever it was, and then then started his coaching career overseas. Eventually making his way to the States to coach in the G League as a head coach after having successful stints as a head coach overseas, and then got into the NBA pipeline after a successful G League stint.
Yeah, George, here's the thing. Some guys have to do it by paying their dues, and other guys can do it because they either had relationships or were famous. And when I say famous, here's what I mean. Like, you're J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick was not going to leave ESPN and was not going to stop doing his podcast to go be somebody's third or fourth assistant coach and break down film and try and help them game plan. J.J. Redick was not going to leave a big money job and a high visibility job to go to be the last coach on a staff. He went from media personality and former player and was immediately elevated to Laker head coach. And we can all joke, as Finch did, because of his relationship with LeBron. And with that relationship with LeBron and that podcast, JJ got to show off to a lot of people that perhaps, myself included, didn't know what was going on inside of that brain of his. We all got to understand it via the podcast. So, look, Did people complain when John Lynch became the general manager of the 49ers and he'd never been a front office executive?
Yes.
You're damn right they complained, right? Did people complain last year, or was it a year or two ago, when Jeff Saturday left the desk at ESPN and went and became the coach of the
there were definitely
Colts?
people who made noise about that, yes.
Of course, right. So people can complain about all of these things, but if one owner makes a decision and you get lucky enough to be caught up in that decision, J.J. Redick got lucky enough that he had the relationship with LeBron and that the Lakers were willing to take a chance on a guy who was a first-time head coach. Most team owners don't have the guts to do that kind of stuff. And when I say the guts, I don't necessarily mean courage. I mean, like, I don't know if I can live with a guy who's never coached before ever at any level. But the Lakers took the chance. It takes courage to do stuff like that. It doesn't always work out, but and listen, and I respect the guys who go through the process.
By the way, Jason Kidd was that guy before JJ.
Right. Jason Kidd was a guy who,
and by the way, had two failed stints in Milwaukee and Brooklyn,
and was willing to go backwards to take a couple of steps
when
forwards.
he came to the Lakers to be Frank Vogel's guy. And
Right.
by the way, you know who? I mean, Frank Vogel's collecting big checks still from Phoenix, but you know where Frank Vogel is? He's
Tell
sitting
me.
right next to Jason Kidd right now.
Yeah. Well, you look at a guy, I'll give you an example, a guy like Chris Dudley. Remember Chris Dudley, the player?
Yeah.
Chris Dudley was a guy who was on a team just because he could be everybody's, like, valet, right?
But now he's worked his way up to a high-level assistant.
Right, but nobody was going to give Chris Dudley the head coaching job right out of his playing days.
Correct.
So Chris Dudley's going to have to work his way up. There are certain guys who just get opportunities before others, and then colleagues in the industry are like, well, he skipped the line. It happens. John Lynch becomes a general manager of the 49ers. Guess what? Everybody complained about it. How dare they give a guy like this kind of a job? They went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
J.J. Redick, how dare they give this guy the head coaching job just because he was with LeBron's podcast? And guess what? They made it to the postseason in his first year.
Who's going to be feisty about this?
Tell me.
Mike Trudeell, who's coming up next.
Ooh.
He's going to be feisty about this on the other
He'll
side.
defend his boy for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Finch is 0-2 against the Lakers this year, so.
Right. I mean, they did win in the playoffs, though, last year.
And by the way, nobody knows who Chris Finch is.
I'm not talking about last year. This year.
Yeah.
7:56 on a High Enough Friday. Yes, Shiran, go ahead.
I was going to say, let's talk Prize Picks.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk Prize Picks.
Hey, listen, if you want sports action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Kappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus, okay? And it's very simple to play Prize Picks. Heck, even Kappy can do that. Yeah, take that, Italian stallion. All right? Listen, it's more or less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. So, for example, in basketball, points, assists, rebounds. You go more, you go less. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold hard cash.
I'm going to be looking tonight. I'm actually going to start looking right now. I really want to get in today on Luka. I figure, George, that Luka did not exactly have a very good game in the last one out, against Oklahoma City. So I'm looking for Luka tonight to have a monster game, and I need him to. Because I'm going to play Luka every night on points, rebounds, and assists. And I'm just going into the Prize Picks app now so I can find out what his numbers are. But I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to play Luka tonight, points, rebounds, and assists. And, George, who's the player you want me to scout tonight from the Pelicans that you said would be a great trade? You mentioned his name, Herb Jones. I'm going to be looking at Herb Jones tonight, and I'm going to be playing Herb Jones on steals based on what Brian Windhorst told me yesterday. So jump onto that Prize Picks app. And, by the way, while you're there, make sure you click on your profile. Follow me. I'm at Scott Kaplan. I'll follow you right back because then you can follow my Prize Picks. I can follow your Prize Picks. You don't have to tweet them to me anymore. You don't have to text them to me anymore. You follow me. I'll follow you, and we're all going to play together, and we're going to win together. And we're going to do it tonight because Luka, I'm going for more on points, rebounds, and assists for Luka tonight on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Kappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make that first $5 play and that $5 lineup and get $50 in free lineups thereafter, George.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Now.
Thank
making
you.
my plays.
7:58 on a wet High Enough Friday. Be careful on those roads. Mike Trudeell, a tradition unlike any other, will come on a High Enough Friday. Come on.
A hot Chicana from the barrio, keeping it real.
By the way, it is 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station as we approach 8 a.m. By the way, I was going to do another by the way. I don't remember what I was going to say.
What were you going to do?
It's time for our Morongo mongrel of the morning. We'll do that instead of the failed segment. That's all next. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We are back in 4 minutes and 15 seconds from right now.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks will both take 7-2 records into SoFi Stadium on Sunday afternoon in what has to be one of the best games of the NFL season so far here in Week 11. We're going to get you started at 11 a.m. with the Toyota Countdown to Kickoff. Myself and Sua Cravens live from Cosm, and then all of the play-by-play action from the voice of the Rams, JB Long, alongside Maurice Jones-Drew, and of course the Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr on the sidelines. All of your play-by-play followed immediately by the Rams postgame show with myself and Sua live from Hollywood Park Casino. Two teams that both come in with high-flying offenses. Two teams that both come in with incredible stifling defenses. Two teams that have both won 4 in a row, and the winner is going to leave SoFi Stadium on top of the NFC West. With Friday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
What's going on? It's Beto Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact. And right now, if you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 11/30/25.
Pelican play. Come on, Pelican.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to AvnerGatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or AvnerGatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. AvnerGatt.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
That is a steamroll demolition motorboat.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
You're a grown-ass man. Do whatever you want.
Back to the guys.
Oh, here we go. 8:03. Good morning.
Good song.
Oh, it's a great song. You remember, back on this day in 1992, the #1 hit, The Heights. How do you talk to an angel? Frontman for The Heights, was Jamie Walters, who played Ray Pruitt in 90210.
Oh, yeah.
Which
the
was
same
then
guy?
it then got spun off into the Heights. And then he beat up Donna Martin, Tori Spelling on 902. It was a whole thing. Oh, but the song was amazing. By the way, it was only on the show. He didn't really beat anybody up.
Oh, I was going to be like, wow, really? Did that happen?
No.
Oh. He had like the spiky red hair, right?
No. He was the guy who was a band guy. He was like, he didn't have spiky. Nobody had spiky hair then. It was the 90s, man.
Didn't he like dying in a car crash or something like that?
In real life?
End? No, in the show.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. He scared me. Come on,
Ray Pruitt. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ray Pruitt in the show. Oh, blow that sax.
I'll look him up. Ray Pruitt.
You know a man who also knows how to blow a sax? I think.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Who just stepped on the drop?
He had spiky
That was me.
hair.
I stepped on it.
He doesn't have spiky hair. He has like Jason Priestley look.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Let's welcome in Mike Trudeell, the innovator of High Enough Friday, the creator. Because earlier this week, a lot of our marketing consultants that don't listen properly to the show, they're like, oh, what is a High Enough Friday? And we were explaining the history of High Enough Friday to them. And the funny thing is, because they're like, are we offending people? I'm like, no, people love it. But also, the man who does it, is anybody safer and more branded and trustworthy than the one and only Mike Trudeell? You see him on Spectrum Sportsnet. He is on the sidelines for Lakers basketball and part of our ESPN LA family, and a man who knows how to blow a sax, I think. We welcome Mike Trudeell. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. That jerk Ray Pruitt. I can't believe that guy would go at Donna Martin like that. I will never forgive him for that moment, and I don't like the song because of it.
Oh, okay. So how about that? A boycott. I like that. A boycott. And remember, I mean, that's like
2-0.
Yeah, that's like a 30-year boycott. I mean, I'm only on a couple of years into my Will Smith boycott. I'm impressed by that, Mike. Way to hold a grudge.
And shout out to Brandon, aka Jason Soda, in the show, which I was appreciated, and I was aligned with him because of that.
Okay, did you have those cool sideburns like he had? Did you ever do the sideburns?
I thought about it. But never. It seemed a little bit too shitty, so I never went for the full sideburn look.
Yeah.
I couldn't grow them. So
Me neither. I couldn't grow them either. I was like, how the hell
is
he growing those sideburns? We're like the same age, and this is when I'm like 18 or whatever. How come he can grow those cool sideburns and I can't? Turns out he's like 40, in real life.
Yeah. I could say played a teenager when he was 37. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah.
Speaking of being from Minnesota, have you seen the videos circulating around the internet of Chris Finch's appearance on the Zach Lowe podcast, the live podcast in Minneapolis?
Well, I'll explain it this way. So we get to the team hotel, and first of all, I was a little bit worried that I was going to see Kappy in the lobby, and he was going to come right up to our travel guy, and basically pretend like he had a room waiting for him and be like, where's my key? So I was a little worried about that. Happening, and I didn't want to get into the whole thing.
Mike, real quick, before you keep going, I just want to tell you, the loss at Atlanta, the victory in Charlotte, and the absolute beatdown in Oklahoma City, I'm like, I don't want to stay in that team hotel. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Come on, guys.
Okay, well, that's good because you're not welcome anymore.
I guess not.
Taking a shot at a travel guy like that. So Kappy, I'm worried about this a little bit, but I get it. And I realize that's not an issue. And okay, so I get to my room, and one of the first things I do on the road, I have to get a workout in because when I'm home, it feels bad to be like, hey, honey, I've been gone for 9 days. I'm going to go to the gym for 4 hours. I'll see you later. So I really have to make sure to stand. So I get in the gym. I put on the Zach Lowe podcast, and sure enough, I hear. So I haven't seen the clip, but I listened to it live, or at least right after it came out. And my first reaction was, well, this is going to be an internet story tomorrow. But I personally don't think that it's a big deal. I think JJ will probably laugh about it. They give each other a hard time. They know each other quite well. JJ played when Finch was
Finch was an assistant in New Orleans. Right.
Yeah. So, and he just told a story about him last week, and I thought Bergman had the great line where the Lakers actually have beaten them both times this year. Obviously, the playoff series went in Finch's direction, and he was a big part of that. But so I did listen to it, though, Jorg.
Yeah, well, the internet is mad, is what I would say. But Kappy and I were talking about it, and look, this is the conversation. And I'm not, and again, I did not say this, but because I don't think Finch is doing anything but making a joke. But there are guys, clearly, as we saw when JJ got the job around the league, that were alleging, quote unquote, that he cut the line, right? Like that's the phrasing that kept getting used when he got the job. So while Finch, I think, is joking legitimately, I just think that brings that conversation back up around the internet streets again. Is my point.
Well, I was listening last segment, and I thought Kappy made a good point, which surprised me a little bit. But he made a good point about
Me
this,
too.
where you're not skipping the line if you have been in the NBA for 15 years. You know, like that. It's a different type of. There are different types of guys, and if you have that level of expertise, which comes from being an excellent role player who's been in every team meeting for all of that time, and who really knows basketball that well, and like what I think there's, Kappy, I thought you explained this well. There's the path, right? There's the long-time assistant and the pay your dues that way, but it's not like a wasted path to be an excellent player for that long. And to also have a certain level of communication skill, which typically somebody that's in that many jobs and bouncing from place to place to place, maybe they don't stand out amongst that coaching crowd enough to get the attention of the players, which is a skill that J.J. Redick has. So I don't think there's real line skipping in the NBA.
But I think, Mike, what happens is guys who have worked really hard, who were not NBA players, or really it doesn't matter, even if they weren't NFL players, guys who had to work really hard and they started as, a quality assistant, so now you're
in
down
football,
at the bottom.
the quality control coach, which is like the get back guy.
Right. You're the quality coach guy. That guy is breaking down film. He's getting coffee. That guy is doing all the little grunt work that a coaching staff needs.
I mean, listen, we have a litany of guys in the NBA who came through the film room, which is the very similar scenario, basically.
Right. So then what happens is you're a quality control guy, and then you move up, and then you become like the assistant to the tight ends coach, and then you become the tight ends coach, and then maybe you become, the next, and then before you know it, you're an offensive coordinator, and then people go like this. They go, how the hell did Brandon Staley become a head coach in the NFL? The guy's 14 years old. And they're like, well, you know what? He coached in college and he got a break in the NFL and he was with Sean McVay, and everybody who becomes a Sean McVay guy gets a head coaching job. My point is this. When you're J.J. Redick.
Remember Sean McVay, Kappy? Remember Sean McVay? His rapid rise because of his personality.
There's no doubt about it. Sean McVay was a guy that people would have looked at when he got the Rams job, and they go, how come I've been an offensive coordinator for 15 years in the NFL and I can't get a sniff? Why is it that I'm 50 years old and they're hiring 30-year-old guys?
Oh, my God. Do you guys remember the story that was told recently? McVay told on some podcast about, like, when he went to dinner with Stan Kroenke and Les, and, like, some, like, celebrity came up to them and was like, hey, man, who's going to be the new coach? And he's just, like, sitting there during the interview process at dinner, and they probably, they probably thought, like, who's this young kid that's sitting here with them?
Right.
Like, there's no way this guy's going to be the coach.
Who's the intern?
Right.
I had just started on the radio, or had been on for a little bit, and when Sean McVay's name first came up, it was in one of those Sports Illustrated stories, and he was kind of a name that was mentioned, and so we had this whole debate, and it was like, I'll make to draw a metaphor to just take sports talk radio. Morales is in there. Let's say somebody comes in and just is a force of nature or personality hilarious, but hasn't done 15 stops along the sports talk radio road. That guy could get hired, and it might be a good decision. So it could be in any industry. If somebody has a ton of talent, whether they've done it for a long time or not, and they can show right away, and somebody has a hunch, this is going to be a real one. It happens in every industry.
Yeah, I mean, right. Sua Cravens is now Chris's new boy toy.
Yeah,
that's how it works around here.
Bip Boy has a boy toy. That's beautiful.
So what I would say, but you're right. You're 100% right, Mike. And look, I remember, when JJ was getting hired, I was the one up here defending him and saying, look, I've been around this guy. Like, I think he's going to be a good head coach. And people are like, oh, you just said that because you worked with him, blah, 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 blah.
That's right. That's why you were saying it.
Well, no, because I've been around. If Sedano,
the Blackhead and I had been discussing J.J. Redick for months before it even became public that it was a thing. So this was authentic.
And I would say this, Kappy, if he wasn't, if I didn't think he was qualified, I would probably just push the conversation along and not harp on the fact that I do think he's going to be a good head coach like I did at that time. I would not have just gone out on a limb for someone I didn't think was going to be good at it.
Yeah, I guess it just goes back to, Mike, you said you were listening. I mean, it always reminds me, I always use John Lynch as the example. John Lynch played in the NFL for a really long time. Then when John Lynch was done playing in the NFL, he was a broadcaster, which put him around teams, around players, and it had him see all the different teams and players. So he was very qualified to become a guy who could help build a team. And so JJ, because of his Duke experiences with Coach Krzyzewski, his player experiences, being around other really good coaches, and then being around LeBron and doing a podcast and it being a very basketball-centric, brainiac kind of a podcast, all of those things contribute to a guy becoming a head coach. And so I don't feel like he cut any lines. I always think about another guy, a buddy of mine named Brad Ausmus, who was a great catcher in Major League Baseball. He's not going to the Hall of Fame, but he got hired by the Detroit Tigers with no managerial experience. It happens all the time.
I love how you describe it as a basketball brainiac podcast.
Yes, that's right. It's a basketball brainiac. I couldn't come up with it. I was having a hard enough time coming up with quality control coach earlier.
Yeah, you were struggling on that one. What the hell happened there?
I don't know. I couldn't get quality control.
Long day of travel, too much food at the Delta Lounge?
I don't know. Maybe it was the espresso.
I think that's what I heard. I think that so, look, this whole trip, right, the part of this had been that Kappy was going to try to kind of grip his way into staying at the team hotel for 4 nights, even though we're only here for 1 night. That was where it started. But where it ended was him becoming a lounge member thanks to you.
Yeah.
And
Rachel explained to him
the next script of his life.
And the most Kappy thing ever is that Rachel has to text him and tell him, hey, dumbass, we have the credit card that gets you into the lounge.
You're already in.
Now, Mike, I want you to know, Mike, that even though it would have been lovely to stay at the team hotel and to be theoretically next door to LeBron, although he's not here now because, he's busy working with the G League team right now.
Well, and also you wouldn't be on the same floor.
There's no chance you would be on the same floor as
I thought LeBron and I would have adjoining rooms.
Chance.
I thought LeBron and I would have adjoining rooms and we could open up the door. We could show each other our Skims, underpants, and the whole thing.
There's no adjoining room to the penthouse, all right?
Okay, got it. So Mike, while I was unable to secure the 4 nights at the team hotel, okay, it turns out that I was able to actually secure my own Airbnb and even get into the Airbnb, communicate with the woman who owns it, and get myself on the radio, et cetera, et cetera. But tonight, Mike, it turns out that while I did ask for 4 nights at the team hotel, you were able to secure me some tickets for tonight's game. And so now, you know what that means for you? You know what that means for you, Mike? It means that now I owe you a favor.
Right. Now you can Hey King Kappy.
Right. So there will be a time where you will come back to me. Because I tried on the Vikings-Chargers game. I got you tickets for the Vikings-Chargers game, and at the last minute you went, hey, I don't need them. So now I owe you a favor.
That's not how I remember it. That's not how I remember it.
How did it go?
Oh, I'm curious now.
How did it go? Let me hear.
I asked, and it was partly a bit, right, because I knew that I'd had tickets that I thought that I would be able to access. But I wanted to see if you, because I told you I was going to take care of you in New Orleans, so I wanted to see if you're able to flex a little bit, even though you hate the Chargers. And you were going to be able to come up with tickets. So I asked you, and you responded something along the lines of, oh, okay, let me see. But it wasn't a very strong response. It was kind of like, I'm not sure.
Limp Kappy?
Since you said that, I then went and actually made the ask to someone that I knew could get me tickets. Okay? And they did. And so then you texted me the next day, something along the lines of, or maybe I texted you and you communicated at that point that you that you got me tickets, but I already had tickets at that point, and I wasn't sure if you would ask specifically for me because you happen to have a buddy, somebody with Minnesota connections that you ended up giving tickets to, or as you told me. But I don't know. Maybe Morales and George can help explain this. Does that count as Kappy returning a favor since it came too late for me to use them, and I didn't use them?
No, that
wasn't. Wait a minute, Kappy, weren't you gonna? I told you to buy him like the best tickets in the house to prove your point.
Morales was like, listen, regardless of whether you can or cannot get them, you buy them for him and you give them to him and you stick it to Trudeell. But it turns out, Mike, the truth of the matter is that Kevin O'Connell got me 2 tickets for the game and 2 field passes for the game, and those were for you. And then you told me, you're like, no, I already got tickets. And I'm like, oh, man, I had to call in a big favor to get these tickets. So I gave them to somebody else.
Well, had you told me that you were going to ask Kevin O'Connell, I would have said, please do not. please do not bug the head coach of the Vikings. He has other stuff going on. I have my own means to get tickets, which I did. So I do feel there's a little bit of sorrow that I feel that you had to go to that step, but it sounds like somebody was able to take advantage. And I couldn't use the field passes anyways because I had all the boys with me, and we got those. They gave us we got like the VIP pass thing where they had the area with all the food and the drinks and stuff.
Nice.
So that we were well taken care of.
So Trudeell,
no thanks to you.
Trudeell, I have a question for you. We're doing our picks against the spread in about 8 minutes from right now. Should we do Chiefs Broncos or Bucks Bills?
No, we're doing both, right?
No, that's not how it's lined up.
No. Lions, Eagles, and Chiefs, Broncos are our 2 games off the board.
Oh, Lions, Eagles. Why are we doing
Great
Lions,
game.
Eagles?
It's a great game. It's a massive game.
Lions, Eagles is huge.
I'll tell you this.
It's such a good bit. It just never ends, and I love it.
Why are we doing the Falcons?
Right? My mom's whole Falcons.
Go ahead,
my mom's whole family's from Buffalo. Was born there. And I still kind of I pull for the Bills, so they're not playing the Vikings. And I bet them in my Survivor pool last week, and they freaking lost at Miami, which is Sedano's scumbag, terrible team.
I mean, they're not really my team. I haven't been my team since Dan Marino.
I like the use of the word scumbag, though.
He has given up the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He wants everybody to know that he has removed himself from Dolphin fandom.
I honestly, I could show. It's funny. I wish I would show you. Well, there's just a lot of cursing in there, so I wouldn't want to do that. Nor will I want to reveal other things. But I am in a Dolphins group chat, and all I do is literally make fun of them. You can go back 10 or 15 years. All I do is make fun of the Dolphins. I don't actually root for them.
Well, and sorry to detract from the prize picks. I did get a text from Annie about this conversation.
Your wife, Annie, right?
Yeah, from my lovely wife Annie, who I miss very much. I've been gone for 8 days. It says field passes ? WTF ?
Oh wow!
Now,
look at that.
It sounds like she wanted a field pass, but they were never offered to me, honey. I'll just tell you that.
Let me tell you something right now.
Know that there were field passes.
Annie, if you need something, you feel free to call me. I will take care of you as best I can. I always say I'm a great reciprocator.
Yeah.
It's so
Sounds
weird.
so bad.
How about this,
weird.
Annie? You
Just
can
slide
DM
in the
me
DMs.
whatever
Yeah.
you need. Hey, we're friends now, and if you need some help, I'm here to reciprocate.
It would have been a lot better, Kappy, if you would have just said, you know what, Mike? Uncle Kappy will take care of the twins and little Riggs anytime, and I'd set things up for you. You should always know Kappy's in for some. Uncle Kappy's in for some field passes.
Uncle Kappy is here to help, Mike Trudeell, because tonight it was very lovely of you to get for me and my daughter. My daughter is a senior at Tulane. She's never been to a Pelicans game. I don't think she's ever been to an NBA game. And so for me tonight to be able to take her to the Lakers-Pelicans because you were generous enough to somehow get me tickets, what a wonderful gesture. Now, Brian Windhorst yesterday did predict that you got me the worst possible seat in the entire arena. He said that I would be at the very, very top row.
No, he didn't say that.
That's correct.
That's actually not what he said.
What did he say?
He said, what kind of seats did he get you? Now, is he getting you the good seats, like the good family, Laker family, player family seats? Or is he getting you, different levels of seats that can include the top row? He didn't say specifically that's what he got you.
Mike, I told him, I told Brian Windhorst, I don't know what kind of tickets Mike Trudeell got me, but you know what? The generosity of Mike Trudeell. I'll go in and I'll show my daughter a good time no matter where we are. How about that, Mike?
Well, first of all, I'm very friendly with Brian Windhorst, known him for, 20 years on it. And I'm a little surprised not to take this up in person with Brian. I'm a little surprised that he would phrase things that way to you. But I understand, because it could have been more a reflection on you than on me.
Right.
Definitely was a reflection on
Kappy. It was like he's going to totally jerk your chain by having you up in the rafters.
Yeah. But look, I wouldn't do that to Kappy, okay? Even though he wasn't able to come through and I asked him for a favor, that's besides the point. If I tell you I'm going to take care of something, this is what my dad told me, then I'm going to do it, all right? And so I did. I don't know exactly where the tickets are, but I'm very confident they're in the lower bowl. So I'm very confident they are good tickets.
Do you want me, Mike? Do you want me before the game? Do you want me to come down and take a picture on the court so that me and you can make Sedano jealous the way you guys always take a picure to make me jealous? Do you guys want to do that?
It wouldn't make me jealous. It would. You could take a picture of Mike because it'd be nice, but
Mike,
I'm
what do you
okay
think?
not being at the Smoothie King Center.
Let me ask Sedano to translate. Let me ask Sedano to translate that question from Kappy. Was that Kappy wanting to come down to the court to take a picture?
Oh
George,
yeah, there's no question.
In a way?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I need to make my. I got to do a Kappy Lappy, don't I?
A road lappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can help facilitate that, Kappy. Do I need it to make George jealous? I don't think so. I mean, I think everyone knows that I'm his real side piece.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Does he take you to the Delta Lounge? I don't know.
Trudeell gets in the Delta
But
Lounge.
listen, you know what you haven't had with me, Kappy?
What's that?
Mike and Annie have had pomegranate mimosas on the beach with me.
Pomegranate margaritas.
Yeah, margaritas.
On the beach.
Margaritas. Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of different pomegranate drinks as well.
Well, Annie, if you need tickets to anything, and if you ever want to share pomegranate margaritas, you text me, you, Mike, and Rachel. We'll all get
why
together.
Why do you make it creepy again?
It's not creepy. I'm inviting Rachel, too.
High Up Friday.
Morales.
Yeah.
The way that he says it is a little creepy, though, isn't it?
Even I think it's creepy, but I think you should have her slide in the DMs just for the bit. Mike Trudeell on a High Up Friday tradition unlike any other. Thank you, our friend. We love you.
Mike. See you tonight, Mike.
Pleasure.
Meanwhile, before we get to telling everybody about the Morningwood and Hardwood, Bergman's all over me about, like, which game are we picking? So which game are we picking?
It changes everything.
Well, Mike didn't tell us what to do there. He was supposed to be the arbiter.
So which game are we doing?
Lions-Eagles. Got to be Lions-Eagles.
Oh, whatever.
Wait. What's the better game?
I don't know. I mean, the Bucks are good, too, aren't they? And the
I know,
Bills are good.
but why are you so opposed to Lions-Eagles?
I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like, all right, I guess.
Well, what's
That's like the second best game
What's
of
the
the
spread
weekend.
on Bucks-Bills?
So Bucks-Bills is Bills minus 5.5.
Ooh.
Lions-Eagles is Eagles minus 2.5.
Yeah, but the Bucks-Bills, that's better action for fun. I think
Yeah,
Sedano's right.
But then
Bucks-Bills.
I would rather pick the Lions-Eagles than the Chiefs-Broncos.
Then let's do that.
Why? Chiefs-Broncos is a monster
huge game.
It is a pretty big game,
But that
too.
spread, again, that 5.5 spread is attractive.
It's Chiefs minus 3.5.
I mean, how about we just wait? Why don't you text Mike and say, Mike,
Yeah, but
which
Bergie
game should
doesn't
we
want to
pick?
wait because he's got a whole plan, remember?
Bergie's already
But that changes everything.
It does change everything.
No, well, listen, I will say this. Chris brought this up last week, that you guys are, like, crafting your picks already based on what you guys are selecting, and we have not actually had an ample opportunity to know what games are going to be on tap other than the three regular ones. You guys are like crafting.
They're
this
conspiring
plan
against
behind the
us.
scenes.
No. I'm picking my picks for myself, putting my numbers on it, so I'm ready when the segment starts.
Yeah, that's my point. We don't know what's coming. You and Lindsay know what games you want.
Everybody
to pick,
knows.
Except
I
we
put
don't
them
have
in the
an-
text message and on the
This
rundown
morning.
every time.
Oh, this is good. Keep it going.
It feels
Get
like
'em.
we don't.
Get 'em.
It feels like Kappy and I don't have an actual say on this.
And by the way,
yeah.
and yet, look who's leading the way.
I'm not
Pick whatever
what
game
time?
you want. It doesn't matter.
No, she put out the picks for everybody at 3:41 a.m.
Meanwhile, at 8:27 a.m.,
5
tell
hours
us
later.
about the hardwood. Let me hit on the hardwood here.
Hit that thing.
Our friends with the Morningwood, the hardwood at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Listen, you need that hardwood. It's very simple. Call Hernandez at 866-62 floor. Okay, family owned, old school TLC, authentic old school TLC at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. So whether you need that hardwood for your home, your rental, your ADU, how about your business? Dr. Clapper called Stephen and Carlos Hernandez at 866-62 floor. You can do the same thing as well. Again, actual wholesale pricing year-round. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. The crazy Hernandez brothers, Stephen and Carlos, are there every day. Papi's making sure they're doing it right, okay? Making sure the sons are doing it right. Mom's there as well. Aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sisters, sons, daughters, you name it, they're all there. And no bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it's that hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, shaggy, Berber, turf on the outdoor, you need it, they got it. It's very simple. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And check this out. If you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you'll receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, just call Hernandez at 866-62 floor. Tell them Sedano, Kappy, and the whole crew here at 710 sent you. Ask for the crazy Hernandez brothers when you call 866-62 floor. Give them your square footage. All right? Tell them what some other place is offering you. They'll match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, OG location in Commerce, okay? Orange County, they got you covered in Santa Ana. But call them, 866-62 floor. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale Beats Wholesale. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Sedano. 828 on a Hinda Friday. So are we doing Bucks Bills? But I will tell you, Lindsay and Bergie back here are fired up on you, Sedano. This should be a good picks against the spread.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. Kappy, you and I, they send us the games and then they give us these options, but you just heard Bergman say he's already concocted his plan on how he's going to select
He always
these
does that. He like puts them in on his notes app on his phone.
I put it in. His plan sucks. His plan hasn't been last
Clearly.
But also, it's in my notepad so that when we go to the game, I have my game that I'm going to pick. It's not in the spreadsheet anywhere. I don't see it.
To Cappy's point, what did you say, Kappy?
His plan sucks.
I'm in last.
And by the way, Jorge Briones took a week off, and he's still beating you.
No matter what, it's going to be a good prize picks. It's going to be a good picks against the spread in 3 minutes from right now.
All right, so what are the games we're doing?
Oh, yeah,
so I can actually look
Bucks
at them
Bills?
during the break.
No, we're doing Lions-Eagles.
What about Chiefs? I don't want to do Chiefs-Broncos. I want to do Bucks-Bills.
But these are monster games.
But so is Bucks-Bills.
I want to do Niners.
I would also say Bucks-Bills is a monster game. Unfortunately, there are there's 3 monster games and then the games we have.
But the Bucks are playing the Rams next week. It's a good preview.
No, it's fine. Look, let Greg pick and Lindsay pick whatever they want.
Time out. I always send them ahead of time.
You will find out next. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Made these picks before.
On a Hinda Friday.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Kappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Want savings that truly deliver championship value? Check out the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event at Kia of Carson, where Black Friday deals are happening all month long. We've got one of the largest Kia selections in America, all in one place. The deals on remaining 2025s are absolutely incredible. And right now, many come with special VIN-specific stickers for extra rebates on top of all other offers and dealer discounts. Thanks to that, you could drive with 0 down on approved credit. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Get to Kia of Carson today.
I'm pretty easy to shop for. If it's in Morongo, I'm good to go. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Shop till you drop. You can use your rewards points to shop top brands in our ballroom Black Friday. Noon to 10 p.m. the 28th.
Number 2.
There's over $1 million in progressive jackpots at slots and table games.
And the number 1 reason.
Bret Michaels Rock the World Tour. November 21st. Only at Morongo.
Morongo. Good times.
Tungus! Celebrate back-to-back championships with Children's Dental Fun Zone, your one-stop shop for children's dentistry and orthodontics for over 23 years. Join us this Friday at Legends Attic in Claremont as ESPN LA broadcasts live from noon to 3 p.m., featuring an autographed signing with World Series hero Miguel Rojas. Children's Dental Fun Zone accepts Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance. For your free consultation, visit cdfzone.com.
This month only, get $500 off braces.
A proud partner of ESPN LA's broadcast from Legends Attic with Miguel Rojas.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Well, have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. I want payroll too.
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I just wanted to inject all that passion and energy. Yeah.
George Sedano.
Are you ready to say this thing is a complete disaster?
Scott Kaplan.
Yeah.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Every gambler knows the secret to survive.
8:34. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Hyena Friday. Tomorrow, November 15th, back in 1978, the gambler himself, Kenny Rogers, released this song called, yes, The Gambler. By the way, Kenny Rogers, I have a Kenny Rogers playlist on my phone.
Oh, yeah?
That's why him and Lionel Richie made so much money together, because they wrote these amazing songs for all these artists, but also just brilliant songs they wrote over the years together.
The gambler, he broke even.
And then Kenny Rogers started that chicken shop, the roaster or whatever.
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Roaster?
You got to know when to hold 'em.
Know when to hold 'em. Know when to walk away.
And know when to run.
You got to count your money.
Well, it is time. Hit the NFL music, please, producer Jorge. Our Week 11 picks against the spread. Which game are we going to? We still don't know, but we will figure it out. By the way, still ahead this morning, jam-packed on a Hyena Friday. Beto Duran with his Children's Hospital Los Angeles high school football report. Quentin Yates, the big CY. Our ESPN LA Kings insider, Sam Batesh, will try to get it all. Sam Boney will try to get it all in at some point. But first, we go to our picks against the spread desk. And the one and only producer, Lindsay Baseball.
All right, so since we got to do this kind of quickly, should we flip a coin for this last game that we're going to do, or what?
I don't know. My vote is Chiefs, Broncos, and Lions, Eagles. If you guys want to go elsewhere,
yeah, I'm good.
I'm flexible.
I'm with you, Kappy. I think that's what we decided.
Birdie's back. Niners. I'm joking.
All right,
Let's go.
So let's start with the Chiefs minus 3.5 at the Broncos. Berg, you go first.
Broncos, I don't really trust the Broncos. They play very close games. The Chiefs have started to look a little bit better as the weeks have gone on. I'm going to go with the Chiefs, and that's my 3.
All right. Jorge, how about you?
Sorry, what was the game again?
Killing me.
Chiefs minus 3.5 at Broncos.
Give me the Chiefs at my 2. Chiefs.
All right. I'm going to go Chiefs, and I'm going to make that my 4. Christopher Morales, how about you?
Well, I'm guessing that Kappy's going to go Chiefs, so I will go Broncos, and that is my 3.
All right, Kappy?
Yeah, I am going to go Chiefs because it's desperation time. Of course, the 3.5 makes me a little bit nervous. Broncos always play tight games, but they've been playing tight games against bad teams. The Jets, the Giants come to mind. I'm going to take the Chiefs. It's absolute desperation time. Chiefs cannot fall behind and fall to 5-5. I'll take the Chiefs. That's my 4.
All right. Sedano.
Broncos, 2.
All right.
Well, that makes me feel good. I like it.
All right, next one. We're going to do Chargers minus 2.5 at the Jaguars. And I'm going to go with the... I don't know about this one. I think I'm going to go Jags, and that's my 1.
Well, you've had 5 hours to think about it, so...
Yeah, I know, but this one I couldn't decide on.
You selected last night. Come on.
All right, so let's see. Well, we always pick the Chargers games. Okay. All right. Berg, how about you?
I want to go with the Jags, but because there is no quarterback, they're kind of banged up. I'm going to go Chargers, and that's my 5.
Christopher.
Well, Kappy is going to go Jags, and I have to make a point, so I'll take Chargers with my 5.
Wow. All right, Kappy, how about you?
Wait, did you say there's no quarterback? Like, is Trevor Lawrence not playing?
No,
he's not
the
playing.
Expectation.
Yeah.
He's not
No, he's
playing
not.
in this game.
Who's playing?
No Hunter.
And no Hunter either.
Yeah, no Travis Hunter either.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, but who's playing quarterback?
Isn't it Davis Mills?
Oh, Davis Mills. Yeah, I think so.
We should do Bucks Bills.
No, Davis Mills plays for the Texans.
Oh, well, then I don't know.
No, it's Nick Mullins.
That's what I meant.
Nick Mullins.
You know, all the backup quarterbacks are the same.
Yeah.
I'll take Chargers. That's my 5.
I mean, this is like silly. Like, what are we doing here?
Don't want to pick the Chargers game? We could skip it.
I have no problem
Well,
moving
I
the
mean, if
Charger
we
game.
have Nick Mullins playing on one side, like, I don't know, man. Like, that's a tough one. You know
Well, doesn't that give you an opportunity to
No,
score
because
some
I
points here?
actually think I would have taken the Jags if it would have been Trevor Lawrence.
So would
I'll
have
take
I.
the Chargers.
I
And that's
would
my
have also.
5.
Sounds like Chris is taking the Chargers, and that's his 5.
That's my 5.
Well,
I mean, if you don't want to pick that game, we pick the Chargers every week, so that's why it's, you know.
No, I get it, but it just, you know.
I'll take the Bucks, and that's my 5.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll do this.
No chance we're getting to Beto on time, by the way. Beto, prepare to go in the YouTube hour.
I feel pretty darn out.
Me too. I will never, ever, ever take the Chargers. So I will take the Jaguars in what could be the upset of the season. No quarterback, no star wide receiver, or supposed to be star wide receiver. And the Chargers go and find a way to blow it again like they did when they had a 27-0 lead in Jacksonville in the playoffs. I'll take the Jaguars, and I am super confident that the Jaguars cover the 2.5. That's my one.
Yeah, but I can still make up points, which is
you
all that
can.
matters. Chargers, and that's my five.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Lindsay told me that he wasn't playing.
No, I said he was questionable yesterday.
Oh, this is so
but questionable doesn't mean he's not playing.
He's playing through the
Hey,
illness.
do your own research. I did not give you any advice.
What? But Greg said that the quarterback situation. So I'm like, is something I missed?
Oh, this is so good. This is leading off the Saturday.
All right, listen. You know what? Trevor Lawrence is playing.
Trevor, it looks like he might be playing. I'm changing mine.
Oh, my
also.
God. Now he's playing?
Oh, the tickets are ready. You guys can't switch it.
Oh, then I should change my pick.
Oh, you can't go to Vegas and put a ticket in the. Oh, never mind. He's playing. I want my
I'll
ticket
change
back.
my pick.
The Ravens did that a couple weeks ago.
I think we got to start over.
We're going to take that Buffalo game?
This is a mess.
Remember when the Ravens said that Lamar Jackson was perfectly healthy and then he was out the next day? That was
Luckily,
fun.
the NFL schedule isn't set ahead, and we don't have a week to produce this, but that's okay.
I'm not sure
I'm
what
looking
the
at the depth
production
chart
part
right
of
now.
it is.
I don't see Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence had an illness against the Raiders. Does he have a physical injury?
He's not listed on the injury report, and he is not listed on their depth chart as
Oh, get
questionable.
out of here.
Greg, what are you doing?
Why don't you guys do some research?
Come on, Bert.
Well,
how?
it's not that I didn't do research. It's that
No,
this
it's me.
would have popped up. I felt like this would have been big news, so Greg is surprising me.
I was surprised also.
You know what? Jags my 5. How about that? That's it.
Oh, I love that pick. Love that pick.
Because I said Chargers, I have to stick with it, right? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I want the Jags. Damn it.
Briones, how about you?
I want the Chargers for.
I'll take the Bills. That's my.
Our next game.
All right, so we're gonna play. We're gonna do the Lions at the Eagles, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Lions at Eagles minus 2.5.
Eagles 3.
All right. Christopher.
I will take the Eagles, and that is my 1.
Let me hear you all say E-L-G.
Kappy?
S-E-S. Eagles. Let's
Go out on a limb
first.
here. I'll go out on a limb. I'll take the Lions in the upset. Not overly confident, but just going out on a limb here. Why not? I'll take the Lions.
We believe in us.
I do too, Coach. How about the Lions as my 2?
All right, Briones.
Give me the Eagles as my 3.
All right, and Burke.
Detroit 2.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with the Eagles, and that's my 3. Next one. Seahawks at Rams. Big game on the line here. Rams minus 3.5.
I can't believe Greg has this on his notepad and thought Trevor Lawrence wasn't playing.
That's why I have it.
I mean, what is going on here?
Look, you can look at it right there. There it is. That's on the notepad. It doesn't say notes about it. Just I have my
Right,
numbers.
but you've been studying these games.
It's
you
not.
have them.
There was not a studying of the games. I was studying what I wanted to pick with the numbers.
that
I
what you
was
asked for the
prepared.
yarn?
It's so good.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Hi, Dr. Sarudi.
Clayton Edward Kershaw.
All right, what's next?
The Seahawks at the Rams minus 3.5.
Rams, 5.
Okay.
Rams
Briones.
1.
Oh, okay.
Rams,
hold
and that's my 4.
Rams 4.
Rams 5.
on. Sedano,
By the way,
you said 1?
ChatGPT,
I
just so you
said
know,
1.
ChatGPT says Trevor Lawrence is not playing against the Chargers.
Hey, there you go. Okay, Cap, what did you pick?
I picked the Rams, and that's my 5.
Stuna.
Rams are going to win this game, no problem.
And Chris, you also said the Rams 5,
Rams,
correct?
no, Rams 4.
4, okay.
Chargers are my 5.
All right, so I'm going to pick the Seahawks, and that's going to be my
Ooh, you can get some points.
The Hawk 2.
Hawk 2 and spit on that thing.
yes, that's my 2. All right, next one.
spit?
Last one. Cowboys minus 3.5.
Wait, no Bucks Bills?
Hey, we can pick that one instead. At the Raiders.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
Kappy?
I'm going to take the Cowboys. I don't think the Raiders can keep up with the Cowboys' offense. I think the Cowboys go to Vegas, come away with a big win. Cowboys, that's my 4.
All right.
Cowboys 4 too. as well.
Cowboys won.
Raiders won.
Well, you kind of stuck me here, Kappy, with that pick.
Yes, I did.
Stunad.
There's a lot of weeks
Stunad
left.
guy we're talking about.
I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Do it. Do it. Pick them. Take the Raiders. Take
I'm going to
Raiders.
take the Raiders, and that's my 2.
Yeah.
You can't even stick to your own pick.
Well, I have to because I got to.
You don't have to. There's still 7 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going Cowboys. That's my 2. Cowboys, and that's my 2.
Bergie.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm taking the start. Give it to me. Give me the Jerry Jones drop. Here we go.
I've danced with the devil.
That's right, Jer.
I'm going Cowboys, and that's my 5.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
Thank you, Dr. Cerruti. What did you say? Cowboys 5?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
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 Well, that is our Week 11 picks against the spread. We're going to stay here for the next about 7.5 minutes, and then we're going to take a break at 52:50. We'll be gone until the top. We'll lead off with Beto Duran, then Clinton Yates, then Sammy Batesh.
Samboni.
Yeah, because we don't have enough time to squeeze in Beto, and we like to smacking around with Beto.
We don't have time to break now and just bring in Beto?
No, then we'll only have like 3 minutes with Beto.
Oh,
okay.
That's why. So let's just smack it around here for a little while.
All right, I'll smack it. I also saw earlier, since we were talking about the whole situation with JJ Redick being ridiculed by Chris Finch, the coach of the Timberwolves, that somebody else put into
I don't know
our
if he
group
was
chat.
ridiculed. He made a joke. Yes.
Let's play the sound over for people that didn't hear it. This was Zach Lowe with Chris Finch.
My wife was worried about me. She's like, "You're such a workaholic. What are you going to do?" And I was like, watch how amazing I am at doing nothing. It was great.
I mean, I bet you 3/4 of these people are going to go home and do a podcast tonight,
You're going with the anti-media tropes right out of the gate.
I mean, it'll qualify you to coach the Lakers,
I mean, that to me is ridicule, but we don't have to, argue about ridicule versus joking around.
But to Mike's point, they do have a previous relationship.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying he's probably just jerking his chain. You know what I mean? It's a fun thing to do. Why not? And there are plenty of people who probably feel like, dude, I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at, and you were a player, and they just handed you this job because you were LeBron's co-host on a podcast. Plenty of people feel that way. But Bergie also put into our group chat here that, oh, God, are we going to play audio from this guy, from Pat Beverly?
No.
Come on, do we have to play this?
No, we didn't put it in, no.
Okay, because he's annoying.
Very.
Pat Beverly's annoying. Ever since that one thing he did a couple years ago, I'm kind of.
Yeah.
What was the name of the person?
Melinda. She's a longtime field producer for ESPN, and he got into it with her. Remember?
Yeah. Once that happened, I was kind of done with Pat Bev. So when we put this stuff in here, I'm like, are we going to play this stuff? I don't really want to play Pat Bev sound anymore. By the way, this is something interesting that happened in the Delta Lounge yesterday, just so you guys all know.
Oh, here we go.
Well, George and I ran into George's sideline reporter from his college football crew.
Victoria Arlen.
Right. I didn't know who she was. Like, he didn't say, "Hey, this is Victoria Arlen. She's the sideline reporter from my crew." And you know what? You know how he introduced me?
Said my buddy Scott.
This is my buddy Scott. He didn't say to his sideline reporter, "Hey, this is my radio partner, Scott."
I told her later when I ran it. I mean, we were just crossing paths.
I know.
She was literally walking one way. We were looking for seats.
If I ran into somebody, I'd be like, "Yo, this is my boy Sedano. This is my radio partner. This is my bro right here.
I did
this
tell
is my
her
guy."
that afterwards when I ran into her. She was actually seated in front of me. So I when I saw her again, I told her.
Wait, she's in first class too?
Yeah.
Wow, I never got first class when I was a sideline reporter.
You got a bad deal.
I did get a bad deal. Next time you got to do my deal for me.
Bad agent. Yeah.
No, Rick Diamond, Joe Emerald, good agent. But I would always say to Howie Deneroff, I go, "How come James Lofton is in first class and how come I'm in the back of the bus?" And he goes, "Because he's a Hall of Famer and you're not." And I would say, "But I am." And he would say, "Well, you're not in Canton." I go, "No, I'm in the broom closet at the Jewish Community Center in Pittsburgh. That's where I'm at. That's where my Hall of Fame is. But I'm in it." He wasn't giving me first class, George. Would not give it to me.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
What can I tell you? I mean, I didn't tell you she was my sideline reporter when I introduced her either. I just said, "Hey, this is Victoria. This is my buddy Scott."
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't tell you she was my sideline reporter until much later.
Right. I mean, it could have been like, "Hey, this is really interesting. You work with me in TV, and you and I work together in radio, and come on, we're all familia." You know?
Okay. I don't know. We were looking for seats. She was clearly like sprinting the other direction, so it was not like a long conversation.
No, it was not a long conversation, but I thought that was an interesting thing. My buddy Scott.
Are you not my buddy?
I am. Listen to me. I am your buddy. There is no doubt, and you are my buddy. We are buddies. Okay.
And I did not say, "Hey, Scott, this is my sideline reporter, Victoria." I said, "Hey, my buddy Scott, Victoria, this is Scott. Scott,
Yeah,
Victoria."
she's probably insulted that you didn't call her your buddy.
I don't
Scott,
think she's insulted at all.
Let's maximize some live reads here. First, let's talk about our friends at Ocean Subaru. And
By the way,
great
my
Omar.
laptop's dying, and I don't think the cord will reach.
Oh, you'll make the cord reach.
I don't know if I'm going to have to reset up my configuration.
If it takes my cord 10 minutes to reach, your cord. Tell us about Ocean
Yeah,
Subaru.
I just don't think it's long enough to get all the way over to that.
I know you'll figure it out over there.
You should see what's going on in my setup here. I got wires going in all kinds of different directions around here just to make it all fit. Hey, look, let's talk Ocean Subaru of Fullerton for a minute, and let's talk about math. But this is really easy math. Even I can do this. Low prices plus huge trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. So look, if you come in today and you want to trade and upgrade your vehicle, that's great. We'd love to help you get into a brand new Subaru. I mean, they're amazing products. They're the safest vehicles on the road, the all-wheel drive, the incredible interest rates that are happening right now. We'll help you get into a brand new Subaru. Or let's say you've got a used vehicle and you just want to sell it and get paid. That's great. Come on in. We'll help you do that as well. We've crunched the numbers, and you win either way. And with our friendly team, and I say friendly, I mean, these people want to help you. Everybody who works under Omar, and I say under, he is the general manager. He runs a great ship, 20 years in the U.S. Army, man. You can imagine this thing is tight. He's got an incredible team of sales folks who are ready to help you get into your next Subaru. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just the best Subaru products at an honest price. And for complete details, visit our website, oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Or come to Ocean Subaru. We're on Euclid Street in Fullerton. You can't miss us. Check out our huge selection of brand new and certified pre-owned Subarus. So again, the math is simple. More for your trade, less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
Thank you, Kappy. We love Omar over there. I call him Sarge. Meanwhile, we'll stay here again. Beto Duran with his high school football reports coming up. Clinton Yates, Sam Batesh, all in our YouTube hour. If you're listening on the app, just stay there. We will continue. Rich Eisen and the Rich Eisen Show for a High Enough Friday coming up terrestrially at 9 a.m. Meanwhile, last night I stayed at the East Central Hotel, Kappy. It's our downtown L.A. home away from home, man.
I will be back at my home away from home on Sunday night.
We both will be. I'm doing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I'm doing Sunday, Monday, and then I got a rock and roll on Tuesday after the show. But I'll tell you guys right now, the East Central, it's the best location. So, for example, let's say you're coming down for a game or a concert, or you're visiting some museums like the Grammy Museum right across the street, or you're having a fancy dinner one night and you're going to be doing a little drinking, you don't want to drive. Stay where we stay, the East Central. And by the way, it's not just me and Chris, it's our entire team. Everybody from 710 uses the East Central. They love the Nixo Lounge, 2 floors up, right over the street, right over Figueroa. You get that feel, that vibe. The biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown L.A., the best staff that makes you feel like you're at home. It's the East Central in downtown Los Angeles, and that's where we stay, and that's where you should stay.
Oh, I love it. You know, to end off this hour, as we get ready for the YouTube hour, I'm going to play a little The Heights. Because why not? Jamie Walters, also known as Ray Pruitt, on a High Enough Friday. Oh, I hit the post.
In my mind.
Be safe out there on the roads. It's wet. Take your time. Tell your boss, listen, sucker, I ain't going to crash for you. And if you do crash, you know who to call. But don't crash. Our friend Jacob Emrani. Wait, hold up. You call this man as I hold up the Jacob Emrani pad head. We'll see you in the YouTube hour, mongrels. Be safe out there. Smile. It's a High Enough Friday. We're back at 9:02 a.m.
How do you talk to an angel?
I know you're listening to me wearing glasses or contacts. You're either nearsighted, farsighted, have astigmatism, or you're just over 45 and have to wear reading glasses. This is Dr. Sarudi, and I promise you, I can help you with any of these issues. No anesthesia, no pain, no downtime. And if you qualify, I'll even guarantee you with 20/20 or better vision or give your money back. I've never had to after 60,000 cases. Call us today at 310-474-2010. 310-474-2010.
At rusnetcars.com, 'tis the season to find more horsepower, more style, more excitement. That's because LA car shoppers know this is the best time of year to find the best deals. With RustNetCars.com, scroll through an inventory of over 2,000 vehicles and shop over 100 special lease offers on European brands like Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Land Rover, Porsche, and yes, Ineos Grenadier. It's all in one place. RustNetCars.com. Your sleigh awaits.
Hey guys, it's Kapp. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
The NBA season's rollin', and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights, they're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball. Pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KSPN. That's code KSPN. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Ends December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Want savings that truly deliver championship value? Check out the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event at Kia of Carson, where Black Friday deals are happening all month long. We've got one of the largest Kia selections in America, all in one place. The deals on remaining 2025s are absolutely incredible. And right now, many come with special VIN-specific stickers for extra rebates on top of all other offers and dealer discounts. Thanks to that, you could drive with 0 down on approved credit. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Get to Kia of Carson today.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles offers advanced epilepsy care for kids, even when other treatments haven't worked? CHLA's Neurological Institute has Southern California's only all-pediatric Level 4 epilepsy center. That means your child is supported every step of the way by providing the latest therapies and personalized care plans for all of your child's epilepsy needs. So put seizures on the sidelines and help your child get back to being a kid. To learn more, visit chla.org.
John Ireland here with the Hall of Famer. Big Game James Worthy for iSpot Active. Check out their website, ICEBODactive.com.
This is the new concept for icing. John, I love it.
iSpot Active sells form-fitted stretch shirts and pants with pockets that hold ice-cold gel packs. Everybody I know that has bought one of these things truly loves it. Got to get yours before they're sold out. Take it from James Worthy. Start feeling better today at iSpotActive.com.
Your LA Rams return to SoFi Stadium on Sunday, November 16th to host division rivals, the Seattle Seahawks. before returning a week later to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, November 23rd, under the primetime lights of Sunday Night Football. Experience the rivalry clash with Seattle or the massive conference battle with playoff implications against Tampa Bay by visiting therams.com/TIX, therams.com/TIX to get your tickets for our upcoming home games right here at SoFi Stadium. We'll see you at the Rams house.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
It's a Heina Friday.
I'm looking for a seat in the Heina. It's a Heina Friday.
A hot Chicana from the barrio keeping it real.
Not a Heina that smokes that juice.
You suck and you're gutless.
I want to suck your blood.
It's a Heina Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean?
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
I woke up at 4:30 because I got to go to the bathroom, once, But,
only once per night?
Only once, yeah.
Hey, nice prostate.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Give me a freaking break.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
How'd you say his name? Asmir?
Asminger.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro. The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
My girlfriend Jean went to Korea and had salmon sperm injected into her face.
Beautiful.
Okay,
well,
so
let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That salmon sperm's going to make all the difference tonight, brother.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit Boy. It's a Heina Friday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Heina Friday here in the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sometimes it's got to get really hard.
And it's a Heina Friday.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
And we're back. 9:02 and 30 seconds.
Only 8.5 minutes later.
Actually, it was more like 10. Good morning. It is a Heina Friday.
Well,
celebrate accordingly, please.
With the 2-minute open, sure.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, that was kind of long.
No, it's the same length it is every day.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it is about the same length.
Yeah.
By the way, my cord was long enough.
You were able to stretch it out?
Nice length.
But it was just the tip.
Meanwhile,
Kurt, come on.
It is time for Beto Duran. The Cisco Kid joins us a little bit later than usual because we had antics. By the way, maybe he took Bucks Bills on his own picks against the spread. Time for our high school football report, sponsored by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. We say good morning to the Cisco Kid and good morning, Beto Duran.
Buenos dias. I'm having a concha on this Heina Friday.
Oh, wow.
A concha.
Bergman's going to have a concha later, I think.
That was a mess yesterday.
Had 4 of them. Yeah.
Bergman's Hebrew stomach, he says, his quote, not mine,
Yep.
could not handle the morning torta.
No. Morning torta and a
Yeah.
Hebrew stomach doesn't work.
Yeah, that conversation on the drive to school this morning, I took my daughter and one of her friends, and they're like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, yeah, let me change the station right now.
Really?
Well, Bergman and the bathroom antics, you guys talking about your stomachs. Yeah, not exactly what teenagers want to listen to in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, I would say, I would argue that nobody wants to listen to that in the morning.
Your daughter didn't find that interesting. That surprises me, Beto.
Well, the thing is, she took another friend who I don't really know her, but she needed a ride because of the rain, and the words were gross. So,
is this your daughter who you wouldn't let me buy a jersey?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you? You didn't let me pay off the bit.
Because, Chris, I appreciate it, but it should go to somebody who'd appreciate it more.
Oh.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
She's a bandwagon Dodger fan. She don't need it.
Oh, okay.
What was her story yesterday? She thought that everybody was mean to me yesterday. Was that right, Beto? Do you recall?
That was a couple of days ago. Because she listens on the drive in the morning when I take her to school. She said, why is everybody so mean to Kappy? He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah, you were getting, because you know her, so you were getting picked on. So she said that. But my brother did text me this morning and said, is Kappy really that much of an idiot that he doesn't know how to book a flight?
No, it's not that I don't know how to book a flight. I was able to book the flight. And by the way, tell your brother that not only did I book a flight, but let me really impress him. I used miles to book the flight. How's that?
Oh, no chance.
How's that for smart? Yes, that's right. Yes, I used miles to book the flight. But I'm always proud of myself when I do things like book my parking in advance or
you did book the parking in advance after I told you where to do it.
Okay.
Right.
Also, Kappy, Ron the Caddy yesterday was texting me while I was golfing to tell you to circle around. Were you live streaming you driving around LAX?
What happened was I was stuck in LAX traffic in the airport.
That's a yes.
And then
Wait, you went live?
And so then as I was driving around lap after lap after lap trying to find my way into parking 2A, I was live streaming it going, I can't find my way into the freaking parking lot. Somebody help me. I was begging for help. Yes, I was live streaming as I was driving around LAX trying desperately to find my way into this parking garage.
You're beautiful. You are so beautiful, Captain. You are.
You're funny, man.
Well, I think you're beautiful too, Beto, just so you know.
¿Qué pasó? Yeah.
Hey.
Are you guys ready to talk about this high school games?
Yeah, what's
let's
going
talk
on?
about it. What do we got? Where are we starting this weekend?
All right, so the big boys are playing this week, Division I. So last week they had a bye. So Bosco's the number 1 seed in the CIF Division I, one of the best teams in the country. But Kappy, the game of the week, the one you want to watch out for, Mission Viejo against Mater Dei. Now that is you talk about loaded teams. Both of them have so many freaking commits that are going all over the place. Mater Dei is the number 3 seed. Mission Viejo is number 6. Now we talked about last week the Mater Dei team, how they have Chris Henry Jr., who's going to Ohio State. He might be the best receiver in the country. They also have a Caden Dixon Wyatt, also going to Ohio State. Like, these dudes are in your backyard, and they'd rather go to Ohio State than SC or UCLA.
Yeah.
And then also the tight end, Mark Bowman. Now, he's going to USC. He's a 5-star tight end for Mater Dei. And look for the defense, a guy named C.J. Lavender, a stud linebacker for Mater Dei. Now, for Mission Viejo, they have Ohio State commit Luke Day. How does Ohio State just come into Southern California and take all the best players?
It's unbelievable,
Crazy.
and it's not just, of course, it's not just purely L.A. I mean, they do it down in San Diego as well. I mean, look, their star quarterback has an 80% completion percentage, and he is now one of the leading candidates for the Heisman Trophy, and I think he's still a redshirt freshman. The kid.
Yeah. So Julian said, we talked about him a couple years ago because he's from North County. And Georgia, like this, Mission Viejo has a receiver named Vince Spafford going to the U. So you have Ohio State, SC, Miami commits on the field in the first round. So that's going to be a fantastic game right there.
Wow. It's a lot. There's a lot of star power right there. So, okay, so Mater Dei, though, that's that's a private school, right? And then
they're all
the
private
others,
school except for Mission Viejo.
Okay, right. And so then, And then Mission Viejo is very much a public school, usually advantage private school generally, right? And the private school's a 3 and the public school's a 6. What do we expect from a game like this tonight?
It'll be tight. Modern Day is the favorite in this one, but listen, look, Mission Viejo isn't like the gutty little Diablos. They're getting the stud athletes all over Orange County coming to see them because of the pedigree and what they've had over the years of great games. So the other games in that division, Orange Lutheran's going to be at Bosco. Santa Margarita is playing Sierra Canyon, who is undefeated. Their defense doesn't give them any kind of scoring at all. They have a great defense. And Servite is at number 2, Corona Centennial. So that's like the Division 1, the big heavyweights.
And you say Orange Lutheran is at Bosco?
Yeah, Orange Lutheran, the 8th seed. So it's basically the Trinity League. All of them just go to the playoffs and play each other.
Right. Yeah, because I don't think Orange Lutheran had a really good year. I don't think they had anywhere near the kind of year they were expecting.
No. They went 1-8, Kappy. But if you played them, if they went down a division, they dominate everybody.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so they're playing at the highest level, and they're not, and they didn't have a good record, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Kappy, the small schools. I got to show some love to like the real small schools because we love the big boys, right? All the recruits, but there's some of the kids who might be playing their last football game ever tonight. These are the heart and soul kind of kids, Kappy. The ones who like are out there grinding. The 5'8", 180-pound offensive linemen. Those kind of guys. So in Division 5, there's a school called Troy, which is in Fullerton. They're 10-1. And I've been talking about this school called Rio Hondo Prep, up to 605. They have 82 students in the entire school.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. And they're 11-0. If you go there, like it's a nice private school in the San Gabriel Valley, but they have a running back named Noah Peña-Nudi who does everything on offense and defense, two-way players. Like these are the Scott Kaplan kind of guys right there. So shout out to the smaller schools in Division 5.
All right. I'd love to hear about those kinds of guys. All right, cool. So it sounds like a big night we got coming up here tonight, Beto.
Oh, and also the city section. I'm a city section guy, LAUSD. Yeah. Carson is the number 1 seed. But shout out to Palisades. Mark Case and Ron are marketing consultants, MCs back there. They went to Palisades. Also, Steve Kerr went to school there. Palisades has played a road game every single week because they don't have a field because of the fires.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So tonight, Palisades, it's a Kappy. You got to love it. The Hollywood-style season. They're undefeated. They're 10-0. They have a quarterback named Jack Thomas who's thrown 42 touchdowns. Tell me this isn't a movie script. Fires burn, nowhere to practice, on the road, and they're going to play against Garfield. Your school, Kappy, the Bulldogs, are playing Palisades, and they're going to play at Southwest College where the Clippers used to practice back in the day. And you drove by Southwest yesterday on the way to LAX, right on the 105. So that's going to be the game right there, and Palisades is the favorite. So shout out to all the Palisades Dolphins out there.
That is a great movie. You're right. I mean, hey, look at this school. These kids, oh, my God, the fields burned down. They lost their homes. I mean, all of it's true. I mean, I'm not trying to over-dramatize it. And then all of a sudden this team, rises up and has this kind of a season. Okay. And listen, I can't root for Palisades because that would make me root against Garfield. And I can't root for Garfield because I can't root against Palisades. I'm rooting for a tie.
You can't root for a tie at this stage. Yeah, exactly.
All right, then I'm rooting for a game-winning field goal, and I'll be happy for whoever kicks the game-winning field goal.
There you go. Well, yeah, so a lot of good games out there. And then the South Bay game that I really like, George, I've been telling you about this kid, Ryan Rakowski from Palos Verdes. He has the game against Travis Rogers School, Dana Hills. So it's like the South Bay against the South OC. Rakowski, who's going to be a big-time quarterback, he still hasn't committed anywhere, against Dana Hills, where Travis used to be the PA announcer for it. And they're bringing lights to PV, so it's a rare night game on the Hill.
Nice. I love it.
All sounds good, man. All sounds exciting tonight. I mean, because now this is it. You said it earlier, Beto. For so many of these kids, this is it. It ends here. There is no college football. There is no more. And so now you get to, loser leave town match. It all comes to an end tonight for so many of these kids. And then for others, obviously, they're going to go on. You mentioned USC, Miami, Ohio State. Some of these, the very few are going to get the chance to go on and play big-time college football. But for so many other kids, this is where your football career comes to an end, and it could be tonight for most of them.
And Kappy, they're going to play in the rain. A lot of mud bowls out there.
Oh, I know. Definitely the weather. It's not going to be great.
Hey, George, you know there's going to be some rock fights on in these CIF games, right?
No, a lot of rock fights. Chris loves a good rock fight now.
Oh, yeah.
I do love a good rock fight.
Right. We're looking at a big rock fight on Sunday between the Rams and the Seahawks.
Yeah,
That's going to be a rock fight.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I would agree.
Kappy, are you going to that game?
I am not going because I'm flying back to LAX that night. But I do think I might go the following week to the Rams and the
You
Buccaneers.
better, because I got you a credential.
Well, that's the and then I think the next night, Monday night, we're going to be at the Kings game. So
Go, Kings, go.
we got a lot of
Beto,
things.
thank you for the high school football
All right,
report
guys.
made possible by Children's
you,
Hospital
dude.
Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. The big CY Quinton Yates will join us in just a moment. But why don't we knock out these liners
Oh,
I sent you guys this morning? 3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
No, you don't say the one, remember?
Oh, I know sometimes I
Rich
do,
doesn't
though.
say the one. I say the
Oh.
one. But Rich is like a big 3, 2.
3, 2.
3, 2.
You know, I got my car yesterday when I was I left the show at 9:30.
Yeah.
And I got my car to drive to LAX, and I turn on the radio, and I hear Rich Eisen on the radio, and I go, what in the hell is going on? Where is everybody? Why is the show not going on? And then it occurred to me, oh, yeah, I forgot. We go to the YouTube-only hour.
And on the app.
Yes. So I was listening on the radio, and
Oh, there it
Rich
is.
was on the
3,
radio.
2.
So I had to, of course, leave Rich and 710 on the radio so I could pull over to the app. So
We got those liners?
I do. I'm ready.
So go ahead. 3, 2.
3, 2. Hey, everybody, it's Kappy. This is USC Iowa right now, and we'll be talking about all that went down in today's rock fight at the Coliseum Monday at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Very good. Number 2.
Lindsay, that's an homage to you, just
Thank
so
you,
you know.
Kappy. I
Just so you
appreciate
know.
it.
So for all the SC fans out there, they're like, what the hell was that, bro? That's an homage to Lindsay. All right,
Fight
here's my next
on.
one. Fight on. Hey, everybody, it's Kappy. Rams, Seahawks right now from Stan's place
Oh,
in
no,
Inglewood.
No. Don't ad-lib too much. Don't.
Oh, I can't ad-lib? I have to call it the Palace
We
in
got a
Inglewood?
timing thing.
Oh, all right. Hey, everybody, it's Kappy. Rams Seahawks right now from the Palace in Inglewood, and we're all over it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with your NFL talk plus Lakers, USC, and, as always, fun and frivolity on the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show, your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Beautiful. Shinano. 3, 2.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. This is USC Iowa right now, and we'll be talking about all that went down on today's rock fight at the Coliseum on Monday at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
You held it together there. I thought you were going to laugh, but you held it together.
I don't like it.
I
don't
like
like
it.
the
No,
read.
I thought it was a
I don't
good
like
read.
the read. I'll tell you why I don't like the read.
Why?
All that went down today. All that went down.
It's a
on
lot.
2 days.
It's definitely
On
a
2
word
days,
salad.
Rock
Well,
fight.
clean it
yeah.
up a little bit. If you want to clean it up, clean it up.
I mean, I could probably make it. I mean, I could self-edit, but I know that you get upset if we don't read
I
it
don't.
the way
I
you
don't
want.
mind if you self-edit.
Especially when you wrote it.
I
mean,
mind that Kappy's trying to ad-lib to be funny to impress Kevin Demoff.
Oh, is that why I was doing that?
Yeah. So you can self-edit, Sedano. Let's do one more. 3,
Hey, Kev,
2.
did that make you laugh, Kev? Was that
3,
good?
2.
3, 2.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. This is USC in Iowa right now. We'll be talking about everything that went down in this rock fight at the Coliseum on Monday at 7 a.m. on the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show on your home of USC football, ESPN LA. Fight on.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good
Fight
self-editing.
Not bad.
All right, number 2, 3, 2.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Rams Seahawks right now from the Palace in Inglewood. We're all over it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on your NFL. Oh, no. Sorry. That's my fault. Hey guys, it's Sedano. Rams Seahawks right now from the Palace in Inglewood. We're all over it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with all your NFL talk plus Lakers, USC, and of course fun and frivolity. It's the all-new Sedano and Kap Morning Show on your home of the Rams, ESPN LA.
We're going to have to do a slight edit there. Slight edit. That's all right.
66 WNBC.
I don't like ellipses. You know, it's
I'm a
just
big
not-
ellipsy guy.
Yeah,
I
you
do.
and Greg.
I like it.
And
I
now,
do. I-
cue the music, because the big CY is in town. And in studio, we're rocking the denim jacket. It looks good.
Thank you. I have a couple things. I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen you wear this combo, like a Scully and hoodie. Very, like, Cypress Hill bodyguard energy, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, like, what the vibe is. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, who is that guy? And I was like, oh, wow, that's Morales. I was thrown off there a little bit. But
Thanks to my friends at Felix Chevrolet, the Big Cat, and Nikki D, the general manager, for outfitting me with the Felix Chevrolet hoodie and the beanie for a rainy Friday.
Yeah, I got my hat on. I got to keep my forehead dry today. So there's that.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, you got to keep it dry in case somebody's mom.
Exactly.
You know.
That's your mama
I
seat, Jack.
got an appointment tonight. So,
Oh, really?
I wanted to ask you guys something though, and this is a question that's for Lindsay as much as anything. So we know the whole Class A situation with the guy who was throwing pitches off, Andy Pajes swinging up things that was bet on, and all that, all the gambling around the game. Do you guys think that prison time is appropriate for this?
No,
because I don't. Like, I get it. You're not supposed to cheat.
65 years.
I get it. It's like putting people behind bars for throwing games seems a little insane to me. Maybe that's just me.
Well, let me ask you a question. You think that a hockey player bashes another hockey player over the head with a stick? Should that guy go to jail?
Different
should
story.
that guy face charges?
Physical violence, I think, is a different rubric personally, but maybe.
I kind of feel like sports should police themselves. You know, now 65 years in prison for throwing some pitches in the dirt seems like
crazy,
really extreme. But on the other hand, this is not just a baseball problem, isn't it? Isn't it bigger than baseball?
Yeah, it's a gambling thing that they're trying to crack down on, and so he just happens to be an accessory here in some ways. But yeah, I think a lot. Look, will he get 65 years? No chance in hell. Right. Even if he's even convicted in this scenario, which my guess is he's got pretty high-priced attorneys. They've told him to plead not guilty and kind of go from there. Because, again, it's just going to be – maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be very hard to nail down in a significant way for the ball players.
Let me ask this question.
Similarly in the NBA, by the way, I would say.
Right.
Okay, but let me ask you guys this question. Let's just say that the player, any player, was not facing jail time. Let's say 65 years is not what the issue is. Do you think that he ever pitches again in Major League Baseball?
No chance. He'll be banned for life.
Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure we all agree on that.
Right. He'll be banned for life. It's just the idea. And also, I also feel that there's extra elements going on here because, George, I see what you're saying, but I don't know that this guy has high-priced lawyers. I don't know that this guy has a bunch of hotshot slicksters. He seems like he kind of has no idea how to operate in this realm and got taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm kind of wondering, like, is this dude going to end up behind bars?
Well,
a bunch of local
his agent
don't want to go either.
His agent's going to get him good.
Yeah, but George, let me ask you a question. Why would your agent be doing anything for you right now?
His agent, by the way, also testified via Zoom because he was in Las Vegas for something else related to Major League Baseball. So, yeah, his agent is involved.
Well, I would just ask this question, though. Like, this is not a $35 million a year player. This is a $5 million a year player.
That's what I mean.
So,
and not only that, he's one of
those
those guys.
Right, but he can be a big money player.
Could have been.
For who?
Could have been.
Could have been. Yeah, his
He
career
won't
in bigs is over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I not if he's not convicted, I don't think.
I don't know, man. I don't think
I mean,
that in
after
the current
reading the Athletic story, he's getting convicted, I think. And also, I don't think anybody wants anything to do with this guy after that.
Right.
Well, yeah, I
Like
mean, you
throwing
think
pitches
about
in a playoff game, too.
But you think about other guys. Listen, think about other players, right?
But look how successful he was still, regardless despite that.
Well, okay.
Well, it was an easy pitch to throw away. It's the first pitch of an at-bat. I'll sacrifice that first pitch to make money. But if you would have told me he was making millions and millions of dollars, I'd be like, oh, I kind of see the allure of the money. I kind of get it. But when you're talking about like $15,000, it's like, bro, really? You're gonna get yourself caught up in that mess for that kind of money?
So he's also one of those guys that, remember, we've talked about this when we were in the afternoons before, that there's that company that basically guys will
the fraudulent loans kind of situation.
They bet on you making the bigs before you make the bigs, and so you take out a loan with them, and it's for like $250,000, and they say you basically sign away a percentage of any future
like Fernando
MLB.
Tatis,
Correct.
Right.
So
10%.
same thing.
10%
Emmanuel
of his earnings.
Clase is one of those guys that owes one of those places a lot of money because he got swindled into that deal.
Oh, yeah. Well, you say swindled. I don't know if I would call that swindling, honestly, because here's the thing.
Yeah,
I just don't know any better.
I
at
just
that
don't
stage
think
of their-
that those loans should be allowed.
I don't like that. Those are in bad faith, in my opinion, regarding how you're doing predatory lending, if you will.
Well, I mean, they're saying to these guys, hey, we're willing to take a shot on you, and you need the money now. And then if you make it, we're going to take 10% later on.
Well, I could understand that from Emmanuel Clase's side, taking that loan, you know what I mean? I understand it less for Fernando Tatis, whose dad played in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Not that he made a ton of money, but at the very least, in theory, you would think had a much better understanding of Major League Baseball. And how
Well, he did have a good understanding of Major League Baseball. That's why he was taking some sort of ringworm medication that he didn't want to admit was actually steroids. He knew what he was doing. he knew. The dad knew what was going on. Hey, you want to be a home run hitter? Here, take this.
Did you guys Did you guys watch the award show last night with Mookie? You see that?
Did not.
I
watch
did not.
That show.
No, was not on.
You
I mean,
missed
I
out.
saw what the results were, but I did not.
He was funny. Mookie was Roy Wood Jr. was the main host, but Mookie was hosting with him. We had Roy on the show yesterday talking about how Mookie was like super prepped, just like it was a baseball game for the function, like going over the jokes, wanted to make sure he knew the monologue down. They had sort of like a back and forth banter, so and so. I mean, if you watch Mookie's podcast, you know that he's pretty good on mic and pretty solid on camera. I thought he was excellent, like
Clinton, who did
genuinely
you say?
solid comic timing.
Who did you say was the other host that you said you had on?
Roy Wood
Was
Jr.
it? Who?
Roy
Wood Jr. is a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not familiar with his work?
No,
Daily
no,
Show?
he's not. There's no way Kappy's familiar with his work.
Hold
Kappy
on.
didn't watch the Daily Show.
Hold on.
Kappy-
You don't know who Roy Wood Jr. is, Kappy?
By name, I do not.
Wow.
No. Roy Wood. I know who Ron Wood is.
I don't know who that is.
That you don't know who Ron Wood is?
He knows Kerry Wood.
I know who Kerry Wood is too. Who's Ron Wood?
Ron Wood's a guitar player for
Some white band from the 80s? Yeah, no chance.
Well, no, not from the 80s, from the 60s, the Rolling Stones. You guys
okay.
ever heard of the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, sure. Great.
Roy Wood, I look at him now, and now I know who he is. Yeah,
that's
but I
Roy
wouldn't
Wood
have
Jr.
known him. I wouldn't have known him.
He
by
does a
name.
lot of stuff for Major League Baseball, but it was really funny. I thought they did a good job. Mookie has a career in this after he's done playing baseball is what I'm getting at.
By the way, Morales, you'll appreciate this. Is he there? Is Chris there?
Yeah, he's right here. Scullied out.
Roy Wood Jr., a huge third shift on Fox Sedano fan from back in the early 2000s.
I'm going to bring in, that's awesome, by the way. I'm going to bring in some of the early Sedano air checks. They're like in a box in my parents' garage down the street.
What
he's like,
Roy Wood Jr. was doing mornings in like
Birmingham.
Mississippi or Birmingham.
That's where he's
what it was,
from.
Alabama.
Yeah.
And then he was learning to be a comedian. He would basically go on these these comedy clubs in the South, work on his stuff, very much at the entry-level comedian stuff, and then drive back to Birmingham to do his morning show and then do it all over again. So back then, he used to listen to me. He's like, dude, that show was fun. It was funny. And so when I ran into him, this was probably when Sports Nation was still around because we were doing that show. He came in to be a guest on Sports Nation many years ago, and I saw him in the green room, and I was a big Daily Show viewer. So I said, hey, man, I want to introduce myself.
Hey, man.
Like,
Hey, man.
I watch, hey, man.
Hey, man.
I love the Daily Show. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, dude, I'm a fan of yours. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he brought it up, and I was like, are you serious? He's like,
great.
yeah.
That's
That was
Roy's
hilarious.
a great dude. He's a good friend of mine, too. And
Clinton-
like he's a big baseball guy as well.
Isn't he
major
also? Doesn't he have like a? Because I'm looking at his face now, and again, I didn't know his name. But isn't he also? Don't they have a show on CNN?
Yeah, or
That's
it's
like-
HBO. I can't remember what it is, but he does sort of like a political satire show.
Yeah.
that they
it's
do
like a
every
comedy
weekend. It's
show
a
on the
weekly show.
weekends.
Yeah,
Right,
Roy's
yeah.
a super funny guy, super smart guy, and he's a monster baseball fan, and not just one of these people that. Pardon the Dodgers fan base
Cubs
is
fan.
here. Not one of these guys that just shows up to get on camera and leaves in the fourth inning. That guy's like a hardcore baseball fan. So
All right,
great,
man.
Yeah. It was good.
Well,
to
that's
talk.
cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Him,
So,
and Mookie, quality chemistry is what I was.
okay,
getting
I'm gonna go back and look it up today on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good.
I will. I'll look
It
it
is
up.
good.
So
All right, cool,
before
man.
the show, Lindsay brought up a Netflix documentary, which I think I brought up a few weeks ago. Because when I'm at home, the Orange County house, working, which is not often that I'm in that office anymore, but sometimes I am, I like to put on documentaries or something that's more background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I put on, and I didn't know it was a thing. And I thought I stumped Lindsay, because usually she gets the documentaries before all of us, but the Montreal Expos one.
Oh, I have not seen that one yet.
So
I
here's
have
the
not
thing.
seen that one yet. Les Expos.
Don't bother.
Well, I enjoyed it because for me, that timeline, it was the Expos and Dodgers in '94, and that was Oral Hershiser's final season with the Dodgers. I loved that team. We went to a lot of games. We had season tickets, and to me, the strike broke my heart. So people always ask, "Are you really a Dodgers fan?" The Dave Roberts bit, but really, I was so into the Dodgers. I was so into baseball, and that year, the strike broke my heart as a baseball fan, right?
Yeah.
But the Expos, that's what the Expos would come back when MLB came back, but eventually they would leave Montreal, and it's a great thing. But here's the thing: a lot of French.
Ah bon?
A
Yeah,
lot
Montreal,
of
yeah,
French.
that makes
Most
sense.
of it is in French, and I couldn't do it because
Also, if you don't know, the Québécois speak a very weird brand of French. So,
Okay.
like, when you hear me speak French, I speak French like an actual person from France or rather West Africa. But like in Quebec, it sounds like somebody from like Louisiana.
That's
you know
what
I'm
I was
saying?
telling them. It
that's
was
the
very
translation. It's very odd.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, it's hard to
It was
listen to.
weird.
So like it's a whole thing. But so wait, how is most of it in French? Like people are just
a
subtitles?
lot of the people that they interviewed
Oh.
were people that spoke French.
How about that?
So wait a second. So subtitles, and you couldn't deal with the subtitles?
I don't like to,
Well, again,
especially
I'm
when
working, so I'm now
it doesn't
trying
really
to look
work for you.
over, and it's just a lot.
I hear that. No, I haven't seen it though. The Expos became the
neither.
Nationals, by the way. So, what goes around comes around. I will
Well,
check
and
that
there
out.
was a huge thing, and I didn't realize, because again, I was 10 years old at the time, 11, when that was all happening. I didn't realize the Marlins connection and Jeff Loria.
Yeah.
I didn't
Jeffrey
realize all
Loria
that.
was the last owner of the Expos, and they
And you obviously have the
they did like an old switcheroo.
Yes.
Right, they traded franchises, right?
Right,
little
franchises,
sketchy.
right, and that's how the Nationals ended up becoming into existence.
And while watching it and understanding that part, I thought about our mentor, a lot of our mentors, Andrew Ashwood, because he was a QAM, and how that must have been a huge thing in Miami when they got the baseball team and the topic. And
Well, no, but the baseball team was already there.
Yeah,
This was-
yeah,
Jeffrey
they'd gotten
Loria
there.
was not the original owner. The original owner was Wayne Huizenga, who
That's
owned the
right.
Dolphins
That guy.
and the
Waste
Panthers
management.
at
Yeah.
one point.
You didn't read the subtitles.
I couldn't because I was working.
Too busy trying to work.
I mean, Jeffrey Loria was probably the third owner of the Marlins because the people that the South Florida fans really despise is what's his face who owns the Red Sox now.
Dang it.
John
Henry.
What is that guy's name?
John Henry.
Because
Right.
he bought the team from Huizenga and
Right.
said he would build a stadium, and then he basically did the switcheroo
Yeah,
and
right.
bought the Red Sox,
right.
which
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I would have bought the Red Sox too. And then eventually Loria and them got that stadium built, but they swindled the city of like $2 billion. Like it was crazy.
So
the
obviously
way
a
all
lot
that
of the
went down.
Canadian people in this documentary that are part of what the Canadian part of the ownership was believe that Major League Baseball pulled an old switcheroo to get baseball out of it.
They
Right,
did
I mean,
absolutely do that.
So is that
Yeah.
kind of the belief?
Yeah. I mean, also, I think there was an aging stadium as well. And it was I think the idea was also that, like, a lot of people viewed Montreal as kind of not quite a big league city, for lack of a better term, which I think is kind of an insult, But overall, I don't know how many people actually miss the Expos because, again, the Blue Jays are now Canada's team. We
Right.
saw that when I was there, covering the World Series. It was like you didn't see a ton of Expos hats where people pining for the past.
But
by
they
any
did
stretch
show
of the
that they still
imagination.
have like an Expos convention.
They do.
With all these fans that
They have
come
the
and they're-
mascots and all that. Yeah, it's a
No
whole
way.
thing.
Really?
A lot
Yeah.
of people still wear Expos gear to Nationals
Hey,
games.
it was a great logo.
Weird bit.
It was a great
great
logo.
logo.
Yeah, it was.
The,
Solid.
the like kind of red, white, and bluish M
Yeah.
on top that you didn't
Yeah.
really know was an M.
People thought it said ELB.
Yeah.
For years.
It was a great logo.
As a kid, I thought that.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks good. They had cool hats. My man,
Well,
Mark,
and there was a stadium issue as well with Olympic Stadium, right?
Right,
Like, I mean,
right.
obviously the roof never opened. It hadn't opened in like 20 years. But there were all sorts of issues with the stadium. The crazy part about the Expos is if you're an old school baseball, old school, is relative now. But, the 1994 season, we probably would have seen Expos Yankees.
Yeah, they
in
would have gone to the
playoff.
World Series. They were
I
good.
wanted to
World
believe it would have
Series.
been Dodgers,
Yeah.
Yankees, but yeah, it could have been Expos or Dodgers.
Actually, that was the best
I mean,
team
the
they ever had
Expos
to some
were the
degree.
better team, I thought, in the National League that year.
They were.
And so many things could have been different, right? The Expos would have gone to the World Series. How would that have changed things? And then, to use a Dodger connection, Don Mattingly might have gotten a chance to win a World Series
Yeah,
as a
very
player,
true.
which would have changed a lot of things for his trajectory as a face of baseball at that particular time in the 80s and 90s.
And Sedano,
so many things would have been different.
Your talking point against me with Dave, Tommy could have gone another one if the Dodgers make it.
Oh, yeah. Number
That
two.
changes a lot of things. Oral Hershiser stays with the Dodgers, doesn't go to Lindsay's Indians or
Yeah.
now Guardians.
Guardians.
Well, they were the Indians then, yeah.
They were there.
So a lot of things change if the Major League Baseball strike never happens.
Speaking
By the
of,
way, back
what's
then
up?
we only had NL East, NL West.
Yeah, it wasn't. You didn't have 90 teams in the playoffs like you
Right.
have now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Reds just scooping in. Sidebar, I got to go get a passport today. My passport renewed. Speaking
Do
of
you
Canada.
have your
I
passport?
know, so that'll be interesting. Doing it at the library. Did you know you can do
You
that?
got to
at the
do a.
library?
You got to
Of
get
course
a
you can.
passport.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, getting it
Really?
renewed, so
I
pretty
didn't know
excited
you
about
can
that.
do that at the library.
I'll tell you all about it if you give me a ride there. I'm joking. I got
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Goodbye.
Put
Bye,
me in
CY.
sexy
I know that
classy.
you could also put your passport in your Apple Wallet now.
Oh, really? That seems less secure than holding a passport.
My understanding is that you actually still have to have the physical passport, even though you can have
Well,
it as
if
a
you
backup.
don't have a real ID, you can do it with. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure you could have the digital passport on your.
So
on your
technically,
Apple Wallet.
I'm not allowed to fly until the end of December when they do one last scan just to make sure we're all clear on the old heart. but I don't have a real ID yet.
Oh,
so
dude.
I got to get a real ID before 26 because we plan to fly a few places. So what's easier to get, a passport or a real ID?
Real ID.
Really?
I mean, real ID is easier than a passport,
really.
but you still need a passport if you're going to go overseas.
Well, I don't plan to go overseas. I don't
Just
like
get
going
the
overseas.
passport. It lasts for 10 years.
But when you do go get a real ID, like they do require that you bring like a physical social security card and a bunch of other stuff. And I showed up with like 2 out of 4 things. I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. They'll be fine. And then I get there like, oh, no, bro. You got to have these kinds of things. Like, wait, I don't have a social security card. I can tell you my number, but I don't have a card. And they're like, well, you better get one. And then that's a whole other process of actually having to get the physical social security card. That's another problem.
And a 5-hour wait. Yeah.
Well, can't,
That too.
Wait a minute, can't they just mail it to you if you fill out a form?
No.
No, you could get a passport.
No, the social security card. You can.
Oh,
They'll send it to you.
No,
yeah.
no, right.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
Because I don't know if I have a physical card anymore somewhere.
You have to go to the Social Security office then.
There's just not a form to fill out?
Oh,
No.
you have to go to that
physically
one.
go there. Yeah.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know that while we're having this whole conversation about the Montreal Expos, I was thinking more about, some of these NFL games this weekend, and something popped up on Instagram. I didn't know this. Tell me if you guys know this. So the Chargers are playing the Jaguars this weekend. Do you know?
Chargers are my 5.
Do you know that Justin Herbert's brother? Does anybody want to finish my sentence before I say anything?
Trevor Lawrence isn't playing.
Do you guys know that Justin Herbert's brother is a player on the Jacksonville Jaguars? Do you guys know that?
Nope.
His brother was a tight end, right?
Yes, I didn't know that either. So I looked him up. Now I'm going to
he played in Oregon too.
I'm going to put my phone up to the camera. I want you guys to see a picture of Justin Herbert's brother. Take a look at this kid right here.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do next, Will.i.am?
Who does he look like?
Parker Bell.
He looks exactly like our boy Parker.
So everybody that has a mustache looks like Parker Bell at this point.
No, but he really does look like Parker Bell.
Check him out,
I mean,
man. I'm putting it
they
up
don't
on
look
YouTube.
exactly like. Put it back a little bit.
It's pretty close.
Right there's perfect. Right there's perfect. He doesn't look exactly like Parker Bell, but he looks pretty much like Parker Bell. But yeah, he was a tight end in Oregon. I did not know he was in the NFL though.
I didn't either. I did not know either. This is the battle of the Herbert bros. I had no idea.
Herbert.
And look, wait, there's Parker.
Herbert.
There's Parker, and here's Herbert's brother. So here you go. Look, tell me these two guys don't look exactly alike. Look at them.
I mean, they look similar. Yeah, they
They
could be
do.
cousins.
Hey, Primo. Hey, Primo.
exactly.
$200. Go play.
All right, 9:36 on a Heina Friday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, our YouTube hour, also on the ESPN LA app. We will take a 2-minute timeout, and then Sammy Batesh, our ESPN LA Kings Insider, joined us. And maybe we'll fit in some Radio Tinder and Dealer's Choice. That's all ahead on a Heina Friday right here on ESPN LA.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Today, the long Laker road trip continues and makes a stop in the Big Easy for a showdown with the Pelicans.
Luke out of the backcourt. Luka give it to LaRavia. LaRavia to Rui. Three-pointer. Good again. Rui's hot.
Coverage of Lakers versus Pelicans starts today at 3:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
It was football story time with DeMarco Travis and Black Eyed Peas legend Will.i.am.
So you used to play sports?
Yes, for the Rams.
Get the F out.
Yes.
Won
the
year?
Super Bowl in '99.
Wait, what?
The greatest show on turf. Yes.
Wait, St. Louis Rams.
St. Louis Rams. We
Dang.
actually had a defense. I was on it. Yeah.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
dude.
Are you a football? I hope you're a football fan.
I'm a
You're
football
a Rams fan.
Until I got the concussion. Like,
did you play? What position?
Tailback.
You're a running
Were you
back?
fast? I'm fast, bro.
Is there videotape of you running a 4.5?
Yeah. They call me Willie Zoom.
Did you play in high school?
No, until I got a concussion. Nah, bro. Like that one hit where I didn't know I was at. Like, I'm cool. I'm rapping. I'm a rap.
Go play music.
It's a rap.
The biggest names in sports and entertainment hang with DeMarco and Travis. Afternoons starting at 3 p.m. on ESPN LA.
There we go. Will I Am. Willie Zoom.
You play sports?
Yeah,
Wait.
that was the last part of the interview.
Wait, what?
On this day in 1960, Ray Charles' single, Georgia on My Mind, reached #1, sucker. Good morning.
Georgia.
And we know how Sedano loves the oldies, so we play them.
It's a great song.
Georgia.
It's not that I don't like the oldies. I just don't love every time you play,
Elvis, the Beatles.
Yeah, Elvis and the Beatles, I feel like it's okay. Like, I get it, but
You don't like
it's
Smokies?
not my cup of tea.
Also,
It's just, I like a few songs, but it's not like I don't love the whole catalog.
he turns 53 years old today. Happy birthday to Josh Duhamel. Good-looking man.
Oh, Josh.
I mean, he's kind of like Dr. Cerruti. You know what I mean?
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
But Josh Duhamel, you know that he was in that Biggie Tupac miniseries on USA Network like 10 years ago? Good-looking man. Oh,
He is a good-looking dude.
Brian's, don't get it twisted. Sedano loves
Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka
big fan
is.
of Smokey.
Oh,
We're all
Smokey.
big fans of Smokey.
You know that Josh Duhamel's dad's name is Larry David Duhamel?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. That is wild
Also,
stuff.
it is National Pickle Day.
Oh, yeah?
You know, for a lot of months, I couldn't have pickles. I'm happy I can have pickles again.
Too much salt?
Yeah. And it's
my God,
National
yeah.
Spicy Guacamole Day.
Okay.
Don't need
I love
spice.
a good spicy guacamole.
No, you don't need the spice in the guacamole.
Oh, Quinton
Well,
Yates
you
is
don't.
back.
I don't.
Were you wearing those cover
Well, your
pants? earlier?
stomach is,
Yeah, we've talked about my stomach enough, but yeah, it would not fit well.
Meanwhile, it is 9:40 and time for our ESPN LA Kings Insider. Usually I have the hockey music, but I don't have it right now. Sammy Bates joins us. Sam Boney in studio.
Hello, boys. Great to see everybody. Hello, boys and girls as well. We don't have Chewy the dog in today, Lindsay, but it was a good week.
No, he took the day off.
It was a good week for Chewy the dog here. He was babysitting, actually, for those that didn't get to see that, but that was exciting.
It was a good week for dogs in general, Sam Boney, because when Ohtani won his MVP,
yeah.
I mean, what did he do right away? What did Ohtani do?
Thanked his dog, Decoy.
Yep, gave a big old smacker.
So maybe
to his
maybe we'll
doggy.
start with that. I actually had a question for Bergman that was going to be about Ohtani
Bergman.
at the end of this.
Bergman.
But we'll hit it right now for Bergman.
Doorman.
Bergman, so you've seen a lot of Ohtani wins back-to-back MVPs, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that.
Back to back to back.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to back.
Exactly. I don't think there's enough being made of that. It's 3 in a row, not 2 in a row.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row, and it's also 3 in a row unanimous, and that's
Right.
never been done before.
And 4 of the last 5 seasons, and all 4 unanimous. That's
Right.
ridiculous. But 3 in
And
a row. I
2
don't
in 2
understand.
different leagues.
Right, exactly. So the idea that he won, why are we forgetting that he won it in the American League in his final season there? Everyone's
Because they didn't win.
Yeah, he was an angel, and they
Right.
didn't even make the playoffs.
Nobody paid
what I mean is
attention.
he won. I'm saying,
Yeah,
in other words,
he did,
he
sure.
was MVP as an angel, and then the Dodgers, those 3 seasons in a row. I think everything should be 3 in a row, not 2 in a row.
He was. You're right, but he was kind of like in Double-A, and then he came to the Dodgers, and he made the major leagues.
Wow.
So he was not actually in the Major League Baseball until he got to the Dodgers.
Not
That is
untrue.
savage.
I mean, that is not untrue. I mean, when you go
that is
from
savage.
you can call the Angels the LA Angels and try and be the big market team, but listen. The fact is that Ohtani was doing what he was doing in Anaheim, and truth be told, nobody was paying attention.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
last night, as you heard it on ESPN LA,
Nice pass to Byfield. Left circle. Back up top. Kempe curls to the near circle. Hands it off to Doughty. He'll step up top. Doughty fake the shot. And Byfield shoots and scores! A one-time blast from QB. And from the right circle, another hometown kid. QB returns to Toronto and fires in the overtime winner. 35 seconds into OT, the Kings win it by a final score of 4-3 in Toronto.
Josh Schaefer on the ESPN LA Kings radio network last night, Sammy.
That was
3 in a row on the road, right?
They are road warriors. That term, I'm going to come up with something new for that. I haven't found it yet. Road warriors.
Road
is not,
kings.
They're the road kings. There you
Road,
go. You know what? That's it.
road royalty.
You want to crown them? Crown them, Greg. Yeah, road kings. They are
Harley.
9-1-2 on the road. 9-1-2. They've only won 1 at home, which is a little disturbing considering they had the best record in the league at home last season. But 9-1-2 at home or on the road is incredible. 3 in a row. And by the way, another overtime win. And this is the 5th game that the Kings have been trailing by 2 that they've squeezed a point out of the game. And it was,
Yeah,
of course,
and-
2 last night.
And back-to-back wins against the Canadian teams. I mean, Montreal first and then at Toronto. And just check me on the score. Bergie, what was the final score of Game 7 of the World Series between the Dodgers and Toronto?
6-5.
Oh, it was 6-5. Okay, so this was, again,
Or 5-4.
another. So this was 4-3. So if you're a
series.
Toronto fan, you're like going, geez, man, these L.A. teams are just killing us by 1 run or 1 goal. That was a very, very good win to finish up, like you said, 3 straight on the road so far. And by the way, still got to go to Ottawa.
Yeah, so,
So maybe
another
could be
Canadian
looking
city.
at a Canadian sweep.
Could be amazing, and a Canadian sweep. And by the way, I always love to teach us about who's coming up next. So, yes, there's Ottawa on Saturday. Next week, then there is D.C. against Ovechkin on Monday. But it's the Thursday game wrapping up the road trip in San Jose. Macklin Celebrini. That's the name we all got.
Oh, the former number one overall
Number
pick.
1, yes. Good knowledge there, George. So that is the number 1 pick from last season. So this is his second season now.
I did a story during a Warriors game about him. Now,
Really?
his brother
Wow.
also plays in the NHL as well because his dad, Rick Celebrini, is the VP of player performance for the Warriors. So, yeah, I mean, he's got a brother as well, obviously, who plays in the NHL. So I'm very familiar with Macklin.
Yes, and I think we should claim the term here. It's a celebration, by the way. In San Jose, they should be doing that, right? Celebrate good times for Celebrini. I think they should be doing that. And he is, by the way, he's the 5th leading scorer in the league right now. He's a second-year player. That's pretty impressive. And the Sharks, who were supposed to be in the basement, are absolutely in contention in this
So
division.
he's
in the
basically
conference.
supposed to be what Connor Bedard was supposed to be.
Correct. And Bedard is still, look, don't get me wrong. The Kings have faced
He's very
Bedard as
good.
well. Very good, but Celebrini's the one in the early part of the season. This is absolutely the Celebrini that this is his party so far. I mean, he has been
Cappy's
dominant.
sitting here listening to this going, what the puck?
No,
I'm sitting here
guess
going,
what? He knows puck. Cappy knows puck.
You
Cappy
know what
knows
the
puck.
thing is that Samboni talked about Celebrini and having like some kind of a celebration or
Yes,
something.
celebration.
And
You
I'm
were
like,
lost on that?
no, it's just more like when he talked about Kopitar and this
The
is his
Kopitar.
last year, so this is a Kopitar. Like I'll go with the Kopitar. The Celebrini celebration thing, that one just didn't land.
That's
for
okay.
me.
like the
That's
word
okay.
plays.
That's all right.
Puns.
I'm thinking about changing my name to Sam I Am after the Will I Am performance, by the way. I know
Oh,
we
wow.
like Samboni, but maybe
Wow.
Sam
He
I Am.
plays sports? No, Samboni is Samboni
That
is
was a
your
bit of a
name.
reach.
We're
Wait,
going to stick with Samboni. We're going to stick with that. That's all right.
Samboni
By the way, the
sticks.
YouTube chat is pointing out that Batesh is wearing the same glasses currently as Kappy.
It's right. It's something that we have put together here, but then
I
again,
may
yours
have
are
those
actually.
glasses too. Hold on, let me find them.
Let's go. Let's all go with the
The
clear.
person in the YouTube chat that said that is Dong Hammerstein.
That's good.
Dong Hammerstein?
New guy, right? He goes by Hammerstein.
Oh,
His name is Dong.
Yeah, Hammerstein.
So I want to get ahead of something that's really happening in building steam this week. So I don't know if you heard, and I knew we played a little
805
bit.
Dodgers ask, is Sam Hebrew too? Yes. He's a Hebraic brother.
He is a Hebraic hermano.
Speaking of which, we're going to hang out with Dr. Cerruti on Monday. I get a chance to
Oh,
go
I
see
can't wait.
Dr. Cerruti.
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
And again, speaking of Morning Wood, I mean, Bergman and I were in that office, and Dr. Cerruti, it's a good-looking man. Well, eventually we'll get a fat head
See,
for
that also was a little far there.
No, it was not.
It was a direct correlation. We try not to be directly on. We like to go adjacent.
Oh, again, a little on the nose, as we say, right? A
Yeah.
little on the nose? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll stay off that. All right, so I want to get to something that's building steam here. Based on what Robitaille brought up, and I know that we had a little bit of this on the show, on the morning show on Wednesday. You brought it up, and Chris, you brought it back. But this idea that Robitaille is still firmly into the idea that Morales has a feud going with Marty McSorley. I mean, this is real, right? I mean, Robitaille
By the way,
brought it up.
you weren't on this group text, Sam. We need to add Sam to, I think, the Sedano and Kap AM group text. What do
He
you think?
should be replacing Anthony Sexy Jexy.
Yeah, Sexy Jexy. Yeah.
But I was
We
very
took Sexy
sad that
Jexy
you guys
out.
took Jexy out.
Cappy, Cappy
I was
booted
not.
him.
Though, I was not in favor of taking.
You
Sexy
cannot
Jexy.
allow somebody who's no longer on the team.
It was
You-
Cappy who
no.
wanted to
Cappy
take him
did
out.
make the
it's-
ultimate move.
It's a locker room move, man. We got to keep everything in our locker room here.
So
and
I
since
sent
Sexy Jexy ain't around, he ain't in the locker room no more.
Sam, I sent a video of Luke Robitaille at a sumo wrestling match in L.A. Just a week or two ago. And Robitaille was in there, trying to
Great.
mix it up as a fun bit with the sumo guys.
Well, let me say this. First of all, I gave Parker a nice
I thought you were going
image.
to call me a sumo guy.
No, I'm not going there at all. I
was okay with it.
And by the way,
last year.
I left the
Little on the nose.
glasses at
Yeah.
the office. At
A year
home,
ago,
so.
I would have been definitely a sumo guy.
That's all right. I gave Parker an image of what it might look like if Morales and
Yeah, it was a
McSorley
good image.
actually got in the ring.
So here's
and,
how we
yeah.
want to set this up. We have the original Luke responding. So here's what happened. We go last year to a game. This was before everything got really bad. And Marty McSorley, we were in the suite, the ESPN LA suite.
Right.
Kappy and I are there watching.
And who was who was the band, dude? What was it was
I don't remember. It doesn't.
No. It was important. It was an important detail
That actually
of all
wasn't
of this.
important.
No, it was important.
No, because that was a different.
Somebody once told me.
No, that was a different. That was a different game.
Oh, there's the
No, it
sumo
was
video.
not.
Yes,
it was
is.
not.
Yes, it was.
It was the same game.
No, it wasn't.
I promise you.
Anyway, I think it was Smash Mouth.
Yes, them. Thank you.
Okay, so then Marty McSorley is banging on the drum.
Right.
As that happens at often.
The GKG, Go Kings Go
Right.
drum, yes.
So I think I said to Kappy, who is that? And then the PA announcer said, oh, Marty McSorley. And I go, wow, Marty looks like he slept under a bridge last night.
Wow.
So the next day, we do a bit. We were in afternoons at the time, and we do a whole bit about Marty McSorley, whatever. Marty hears it and calls Luke Robitaille and basically said, who are these guys making fun of me, mate? Or whatever they say. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then
I don't think they say
Australian.
mate. I don't think they
Yeah,
say
no,
mate
not
in
mate,
Canada.
No.
I don't
Or
think they
even
say
he's
that.
not even English. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
So
what are you
then-
doing there?
Luke Robitaille's next visit with Mason Ireland, he appears weekly at 1:15 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. He said this.
Hey, guys, we got to discuss something.
Okay.
This is serious, though.
Okay.
So last week, when I hung up from you guys,
Yep.
I don't know which one of you two said something about Marty McSorley looking a little rough.
I did not. That's Ireland. Must have
No,
been.
I don't
know. Who picked on Marty McSorley?
It's Morales.
Oh,
it's Morales. He's a troll, Luke.
What did he say about Marty?
Who was
It was Chris Morales. As a matter of fact, Chris is here today. See if you can find him, Laura. But yeah, he's a professional
Marty gave me a
troll.
call,
Oh, he called
and
you?
he said he would like to come in and have a one-to-one talk and explain to him all the injuries and maybe show him all the injuries that have happened. And then maybe just explain to him how life really is.
Yeah.
Well,
Marty should come in. He should bring his bent stick.
kind of
and
agree.
He should
I think he should.
whack him in the head.
So that was about a year ago at this point.
By the way, that was not the most flattering picture of the Mason and Ireland show. Like, Ramona's, blinking. Mason is, in mid-word. It looks weird. It was Parker.
How about
I don't know if
Bergie,
he
though?
did anybody justice.
You hear Bergie, though, rap Morales out.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were,
It was, I said it was Morales.
Yeah,
Well,
Mason tried to put it off onto Ireland.
But
you know?
here's the thing. Bergie knows me and knows how we work, that if I would have come in and said, guys, why didn't you say my name? I would have been annoyed. Because to prove the bit, that was good. So then it came up. Now, Luke has brought it up a couple times. Since then, I have seen Luke in person and said, hey, I'm the guy. Let's set this up. So Luke brought it up on his last visit this past Tuesday. Hit the tape.
Luke, I'm predicting this streak. You start a win streak tonight in St. Louis, so go get him.
All right, perfect. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
man.
Thanks,
See ya.
Luke.
Hey, we got to get Marty McSorley on the air.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, anytime.
Love him.
Anytime.
Yeah, whenever you want.
He wants to meet the guy that made fun of him last year.
Oh, that's
Kappy?
Kappy.
Yeah,
that's
Kappy. We'll make it happen,
Yeah,
Luke. You
yeah.
got
Why
it.
can't
Why do they put me in the middle of this? I don't want any part of Marty
So
McSorley.
that tape goes on that they do say, no, it was Morales.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
That's because I'm texting them going, dude, it's not me. It's
But to be
Morales. I
fair,
don't want to get beat up by
in the
McSorley.
audio of the original thing,
How old is
you,
Marty McSorley?
you and I
He's
talked
got
about
to be
it.
in his 60s?
Well, I don't know. He dresses like it's 1987 still.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is Chris keeps insulting his members only jacket, and
But
he says
here's
it's
the
not
thing.
one of those new retro ones. It's one of those old ones where he had from 1987.
But here's the thing. The year that Marty wants to forget is 1993. And I think we have the tape of that we can show on the YouTube chat as well.
Yeah.
Marty McSorley in 1993, remember, his greatest gaffe is not hitting the drum in a members-only jacket at all. Marty McSorley is tied, and even you brought up the Brashear thing the other day, Kappy, and that's obviously something he'd like to forget. He was suspended. It was the biggest suspension in the league at the time. But 1993, the Kings were up 1-0 against the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup Final, and they were leading in Game 2 to go up 2-0. And the Montreal Canadiens head coach calls timeout, and they bring over McSorley's stick, and they measure it, and he's got a curved stick, which I'm sure that, if we want to say that he's got a curved stick, I'll say it again, all right. But so McSorley has the curved stick, and he's penalized, and the Canadiens tie the game and then win it in overtime and go on to win that series in 5 games. So it's all tied back. That's sort of the 93 Gretzky thing is all tied back to McSorley's curved stick. And that is really something that I'm sure haunts them. I'm sure Robitaille gives him crap about it all the time. But that is truly the Marty bit with the Kings.
Somebody, and Esther, our friend, says Morales also needs to call Jim Everett Chrissy. Now, that's
a good Rome bit.
It is a good Rome bit. But, Susan. Thank you, Clinton. Listen, Marty can come in. I don't understand. What is Marty going to do? Is he going to hit me with a stick?
I mean, he's
Okay.
62. He could kick your ass still.
I don't dispute that. If we want to fight, if that's like the bit, why don't we fight on the ice?
Well, what he said in what Luke
that
said
would be even worse for you.
Yeah,
way
Get a
worse.
concussion.
And what Luke said in this week with Ramona and with Mason this week, what he said was that he wants to teach you what it's like to have an injury in the NHL. That's
Right.
really what he said. So
Right.
whatever that means, that's what Marty wants to do, is to just help Chris understand.
He wants
Put
to
it this
teach
way.
him a lesson.
Yes.
When it's
By the
done,
way,
when
and
it's
here-
all done,
Yeah,
you'll
go
need Dr. Cerruti for some eye surgery.
Yeah.
Okay, trust me when I tell you. And then we're gonna need,
Hi,
an
this is
oral
Dr.
surgeon.
Cerruti.
Here's
We're
the
gonna need
thing.
an oral surgeon to
Marty
fix your
McSorley
teeth.
should be thanking me because nobody would be referencing him as much as we do. And we're
For the love of
you know
God.
what I mean?
Here we go. Right. Nobody would be referencing a guy who's like one of the legends of hockey here in Los Angeles.
And he is.
Would we?
Well, he is. I mean, he is a
Wait,
he is a
let's go to the-
93 legend.
Let's go to exactly.
It's sort of like the Phillies before they won the World Series. Remember, the 93 Phillies used to be that lovable team for the Phillies until they won
The
it all in
producer
08.
of Mason and Ireland currently, was she even born in 1993 yet?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. So, Marty, you should thank me. Why don't you
hear
bring
that,
a
Marty?
gift for me?
You hear that, Marty? Thank that man.
Yeah.
Get him a curved stick.
And if you need some money to buy a new members only jacket, let me know. I'll buy
now,
one for you.
now he's a charity case to you. Is
I
that
didn't
right?
say he's
You're
a
making
charity
things
case,
worse.
but
well,
maybe we
you
can
mean
give some new
guy
clothes.
can't afford his own members only jacket now.
Listen, why didn't the great Mike Altieri, he said, hey, last year, Marty, you're going to be banging the drum. Let's get you to the Team LA store. Get you a fly jacket like Patesh is wearing right now.
It's beautiful. Although they got great stuff at that Team LA store. You've been there, Morales. You've sifted through most of it. But yeah, we got to get Bergie with that. I want to get Bergie a King's hat, too.
I do like that jacket.
I need to get a new King's hat. I can't find my old one. So
Really?
Yeah, I'll go over there and get one.
Let's walk over. Let's do it. Yeah, it's a great
Done.
fit.
All right, Savvy Patesh, you'll hear him over the
Thank you
weekend
much,
on the
boys.
ESPN LA app. All the Kings action.
Saturday, Ottawa, 4 p.m.
Beautiful.
Add Sammy to the group chat.
Yeah, Lindsay, add Sammy to the group chat. Meanwhile, before we get to Dealer's Choice Real Deal, I want to shout out our friends at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. We mentioned it yesterday. It was opening day. The 150,000 square feet of gaming space. Our own Tommy Lamb, our market manager, was there. Also former chairman of the Fun and Games department. The Hard Rock Casino Tejon, now open, your 24/7 destination for gaming, dining, and entertainment. Hard Rock Casino Tejon, now open. Hard Rock Casino Tejon. This is how SoCal plays. Tommy said there were thousands of people there. We want to shout out Octavio Escobedo III. He is the Tejon Tribe chairman. Chris Kelly is the president of Hard Rock Casino Tejon. And Kathy DeGolia. I think she's part of,
Familia.
La Familia. She is our marketing head over there at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Thank you so much for being partners at ESPN LA and being part of our family. We're excited for Hard Rock Casino Tejon. If you're heading up there this weekend, be safe on the Grapevine. It's raining. Which Patesh and I, way back when, we had an interesting ride back on the Grapevine. That's back when I was as the snowman at Tunica Lake.
It's true. Full-blown panic
really?
attack, though. Full-blown. Behind the wheel, full-blown panic attack, waking me up and telling me we're in trouble. Yeah.
Let's hear the Dealer's Choice Real Deal music. It is time for our Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Damon Wines, the CEO over there. We didn't have Damon on today, but next week we will. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658, Kappy.
So I'll finish today where we started today. George, you said to me early, what are you most excited for this upcoming weekend? Rams-Seahawks is going to be my main deal on Sunday. But before I can get there, I know we're talking a lot of USC versus Iowa, but take a look at we had to go into the annals of history here, George. Going back to 1988, Pitt, Notre Dame, the year that Notre Dame won their last national title. Right. And take a look at a very young, this is your little buddy right here, from 1988, Pitt, Notre Dame. This is a game we should have won, brother.
2 of 3 that year going into that.
This was like game 3 or whatever it was. Man, we had just started the season. We should have won this game. Our quarterback fumbled a ball in the end zone. Our running back fumbled the ball.
Man, they really hurt college kickers.
Oh, way back and listen. And so here we were, Pitt, Notre Dame, 1988. Who else was not? Anybody else here alive? And there's your boy right there.
I was alive, yeah.
Putting one
was
through.
alive.
Putting one through.
There you go, Kappy.
From deep. And listen, I'm telling you, I'm so excited for these kids this weekend.
Why'd you have such big pads?
It was back in the day. It was the 80s, dude. It was the 80s. It was a whole different world, man. It was a different world. What can I tell you? Yeah. But, it was a big game. And take a look at this one, George. Watch this right here. Watch this film.
Oh, the swinging gate.
Take a look at your boy. Wait a second. Throw the ball. Throw it.
Did you catch
Hurry up.
this?
Get it.
Look
Oh!
at you.
Oh!
Is that a touchdown or a 2-point conversion?
2-point conversion.
Oh, did you play football?
Well, not really. Not really. But Pitt Notre Dame tomorrow, man. College game day is there. Coach
The
Gruden's
last
in the
time
house. You know?
These two teams, Kappy, met and they were both ranked. You were there
There I was.
on the field.
A different life, man. A lifetime. Oh, there's me and my
you,
boy
Kappy.
Alex Van Pelt.
Look at that.
How about
9'10".
that?
You're like 6'7", but 9'10".
Good job, Kappy. Enjoy the game tomorrow. By the way, final shout out to our very own Parker Bell. Welcome back, Parker. It was your birthday this weekend.
Hey,
Yesterday,
happy birthday, Parker.
he was with Tommy Lamb at Hard Rock Tahoe, and rumor is Parker found a Hard Rock Heine on this Heine Friday.
Nice.
Celebrate on a Heine Friday with a Hard Rock Heine. Hard Rock Casino Tahoe. Congratulations on your opening day, guys. Everybody have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy USC Iowa, the Rock Fight at the Coliseum. Rams Seahawks at the Palace in Inglewood. We'll see you Monday morning, 7 a.m., as we do this whole mishpucha and the whole mishigash all over again. Everybody smile and celebrate a Heine Friday. Be safe on the roads. And as I said earlier, I hold up the cutout of Jacob and Ronnie. If you're driving, don't crash. But if you do, you know who to call. Call this man. Have a beautiful weekend. Be good.
Right on.
Hi, this is Dr. Sorudi.